Ha ha! What's cracking? It's your homie Lil Mystery. You are now listening to the Emo Brown Podcast, the downest fool in Chula Vista since AC Slater, homie.
You're listening to My Grito Podcast Network, celebrating the culture of Chicanos and Latinos one story and voice at a time. Connect on social, on Instagram and Facebook at My Grito. Find all the My Grito Podcast Network shows over at mygrito.net.
Ladies and gentlemen and lowlives, thank you for checking in to another episode of Emo Brown, the podcast Metiche Monday, brought to you by the wonderful people of Grasshopper. All your medicinal recreational cannabis needs.
GHbuds.com.
Make that card clack, get 15% back. Go on Tuesdays, get Toker Tuesdays, 30%. Jesus Christ, 30% off.
Whoa.
Get 3 Emo Brown pre-rolls for $12.
Wow.
That's $4 a clip.
Boom.
Wow.
All right, I like it when you people send me all of your Emo Brown pre-rolls. It's awesome. It's amazing. It makes me feel like I've accomplished something in my life. Look at us. Boom. Ande pues. Oh, I get all the fucking giggles out, all of that shit out. In addition, bro. You might be wondering, what the fuck is Steve wearing? OMG, El Champ. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new sponsor.
Oh.
House of Chingazos.
Hi.
House of Chingazos.
The white girl himself has emerged.
House of Chingazos has graciously stepped up to the plate and said, you know what, dude? Have some shirts.
Se la rifas.
Yeah, have some shirts, bro. You know what? Have this American flag sarape print. I said, sir, yes, I will. I will. And I will say, drop the Emo Brown as your password. Code? What is it?
Code.
And get some percentages points off. Need to confirm how much it is. I think it's 15, but it might be 20.
Ooh. Fuck around and find out.
Bug around and find out. Former sponsors, Manscaped. Thank you for coming in clutch today. I used it. No nicks, no scratches, no bleeding. Very against the
I'll call him
grain.
back and we can get him.
Nah, we good, bro.
Why
good.
do we need like an update on your balls?
Manscaped.
Oh.
It was you. You are the one who focused on my balls. I said Manscaped. Let's see what happens. Aside from that, we have a special guest today who's going to get a little bit of camera time.
goodness.
She's so shy. So shy. Ladies and gentlemen, my partner at the Elwood, Cece. What's going on, Miss Cece? What is it that we got going on in the near future here at the Elwood?
I'm just happy I have the power finally to take over this.
Go ahead.
I won't go there. All right, so this week at the Elwood, Mondays and Wednesdays, we have Chale's Hibachi. It's teppanyaki, and it's amazing. And then I'm really excited for our new permanent vendor. Every Friday will be J Flames, and he's very sustainable. He does mole, he does Peruvian beans, and he's amazing, and he's good energy, and I'm super excited to see what he's gonna bring.
New food vendor. Look at us. All grown up at the Elwood.
Me and my mom drove by and I was like, what? Look at that huge setup. And there was this teppanyaki person.
It's
Bless
so
you.
good.
We have to head out. I love that you guys have that now, and it's so dope, man.
When you guys have it set up, did Costco Louis eat? Are we still doing
Are we good
that?
on the Costco Louis thing? Costco Louis.
I actually have never seen Costco Louis eat ever.
He drinks. He drinks what he eats.
What is he like? What's his favorite drink?
Everything.
There's a lot
Alcohol.
of taps.
All of the drinks.
Good old PBR.
Oh, man. Get my sign. What else do we have to look forward to? I was recently told that our pricing has changed.
Yeah, the pricing raised $1. This inflation has been pretty gnarly, and it really isn't just. It's just not our bar. It's all bars. Liquor costs have gone up incredibly. I think it's about 10 to 20%. And so we're only doing it $1 more at night for our late night happy hour. And today we are drinking our hot toddy.
Yes,
actually
we
really good.
are.
Made with love.
Our
Hey,
bartender Ari.
Saludcita a la gente de la
made
Viraguato,
this
Sinaloa, viejón.
recipe.
Right.
It's awesome.
And what does it
So
include?
Shout out to Ari. It has a High West bourbon, lemon, ginger syrup that he made. Honey.
Ooh.
Wait. We have somebody who made syrup?
Yeah, Ari.
That
Ari's
was a pop.
incredible.
Ari.
Ari makes everything.
Ginger syrup is the best. Like, put it in everything.
Because usually gingers are the worst, so that's good that they do something well.
Canelo rubs me wrong every now and then.
He's your neighbor, dog.
Gingers are good for your
Bien.
good for your immune system.
I will give you $10. I will give you $10 if you know how to say ginger in Spanish. Sauce.
Nah.
No?
Nice.
You don't know? Oh, fuck. Cece's ginger in Spanish?
Ginger.
Ginger. These motherfuckers. Let me just replace it with a J. She said.
She was like ginger ale, but
no, you don't know?
No.
Let this motherfucker know.
Jengibre.
Boom,
That's
macho.
it.
That's one of those tricky words that you can catch fools slipping. Like, oh yeah, what's up, ginger? What do you mean? Say it in Spanish. Jengibre.
Jengibre.
It is what it is.
Ginger it is.
What else do we have at the Elwood?
Great service.
Oof.
That's right.
Fuck yeah,
Oh, man.
That's
The
right.
sound you just heard was Cece's dick dropping.
Check this out. Check this out. So right now I'm working ridiculous hours at UPS,
that
which
bothering
allow
you?
me to go to Elwood before I go to my shift. So tomorrow, this morning, I'm going to enter at 12:30 in the morning. So I'm going to go to the Elwood probably like at 11:30 when I wake up, get dressed, do my things, cruise over, have a morning little cocktail, something to take the edge off and be ready to work at UPS for 10 hours. If somebody meets me there and has a drink with me, I got a pair of fucking glasses from 9.5 and 3 punk ales of collab. So you got to hear this. People are going to go or are probably listening to this right now.
Okay.
Because Casas likes to upload this shit like on a Thursday, bro. we're over here fucking waiting for Metiche Monday to drop, and then it's like, oh shit, well, maybe Metiche Martes. Nail.
No.
Well, maybe Metiche Miércoles. Meh. Metiche Mersday is usually the way. Respectfully, Casas
I
the
will
God.
not have any Casas de God slander on the show, sir.
Because I realize Casas gets away with everything. Fool. He comes out of every episode unscathed. Everyone gets shit on except
We
for
shit on
Casas.
him every
Look at that
episode.
little grin, that little fucking grin. So he had to get a cup. Hey, un sopapo, más
Ay,
así.
güey, ya ni modo.
So yeah, if you're listening to the live right now, and if you go to Elwood in the morning before I go to work, and you catch me there.
In the morning.
Yeah.
The morning for you.
It's a morning for me. Wait, my lunch is at 2:30, 3 in the morning.
No mames.
Sí, güey. So yeah, cruise out. I might have a pair of glasses on me. At the very least, I'll buy you a drink. You know.
Let's, fam.
Boom. There. You're not allowed. Do you have a pair of these glasses?
No.
I have like 10 shades left, and we talked it over with El Metcalf. Es el dueño de 9.5 and Arts and Rec.
Yeah.
And he has Resol as another
We
brand.
popped by to visit him this weekend.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, me, J Clip, and Chef Lefty.
Killer dude.
Yeah.
Killer dude. Everything he touches is magic. So we're talking, hey, man, keep these glasses for promo, give them out. So I want to do more giveaways here on the podcast. I think it would serve more. The reach is bigger. Like I could put it on 3 Punk Ales, but I feel everybody who already saw that probably purchased it. So these are just additional ones that we're just going to do random ass giveaways, bro. And it don't get more random than 11:45 at the Elwood with George truly, baby. All right, if you see me all layered up with like a fucking turtleneck and a beanie, it's because it's cold outside right now.
Bro, the last picture you posted from work, you look like the kid from the Christmas Story.
See you. Wait, which one, motherfucker?
When he was all bundled up, can you play?
Oh, they push him down, let hermanito. Ralphie's little brother, dog.
little
That's
brother,
a great
bro.
movie.
That's a
Fan?
good movie.
Was
That's
that
all I've been watching lately.
Nice.
Christmas
My lady.
movies.
If you get an opportunity, don't forget to rate and subscribe to us on Spotify, our personal preference, Spotify. You can watch every episode there. Or you can go on, Apple.
Yeah,
Do
we have
it.
nothing against Manzanas.
Nothing. I had one this morning.
Me encanta.
Legit. Every morning now since I started doing.
What style apple?
I believe it's a Washington Red Delicious.
Ooh, I'm all about
Oh,
the Honey
look
Crisp.
at
Yeah,
you.
what's up,
I'm
man?
all about the Honey Crisp.
Honey Crisp. Which one is that one? The orange yellow ones? Or like the green? Which one?
Sweet yellow one.
Which one?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, she has a mic. Get it, girl. get the camera on
forgot you had the
Cece.
mic right in front of you.
There it
Yo,
is.
Let me tell you about apples.
You know what? While everyone's in a happy mood, let's do the first page.
Yes.
Just the first page. Because there's some winners here on there now. There's been a lot of movement, a lot of people jumping on. From the top to the bottom, newest, El Compa Riev, a.k.a. McManny, works at UPS. Thank you for signing up. Daniel Condliff.
My guy, about fucking time. Go visit Shakespeare's Pub. That's his family's.
Oh, we're
well
always
done.
there for the F1
Yeah,
races.
yeah. It's a good
F1,
dude.
is there any
There's
drama?
F1, there's
Más
so
drama?
much drama.
Is there?
Oh my gosh.
He's
I
buying.
look, you want to know about it.
He's
I
buying
do.
me an all-day breakfast. So go England.
Wait, what?
What
Yeah?
the fuck?
Yeah.
When is that? When's that game?
Oh, nice try, guys. No, it's too late to get on all-day breakfast. That's mine.
You know what?
Saturday.
You're unbelievable.
We
bro.
don't like you here.
You are unbelievable.
I don't like myself.
Christopher Del Rosario, Barber Chris, El Cuñado o El Primo del Reggie, and
What's up?
good friends of our homie Justin J. Clip. That's his personal barber. Mine is Ollie. His is that. Gus's is El Compa, El Los, bro. So we all have
Hey, Lowe's, I hope you're feeling better, dog.
What happened? The
I
Chargers
was-
lost.
No, se lastimó la espalda working, and I couldn't get my cut on Saturday, and then I look like Teen Wolf.
I'm going to give you some more UPS drama in a little bit. Not drama, but it's bad.
What'd you do, cacahuates?
Yendi Excel Lopez. I hope I said it right. Yendi XCHEL. Excel.
I think
Chela.
that's DMX's
Chelitz.
Mexican cousin.
Chelitz. All right. Yeah. Sichel Lopez. Bienvenida. Manuel de Casas. Also welcome. Art Pacheco. Dallas Flikalakowski. Fuck.
Bless you.
I said that wrong, probably.
we
Let's
don't
try
have,
this
we don't
again.
have Woody here.
Dallas Fialkowski. Yeah. Ramon Nunez. Eric, I fuck up every now and then, casas, but I do more good than not. Welcome. Hortensia Yescas. Serge 1. Andreas Magia. Chris M, el compa Mike, Ramon Saldivar, Ruben Quiñones, Matty Diesel was cracking. Eddie Zuko, felicidades on your last show, bro. I heard you fucking murked it. Brenda Aguirre, Bobby Guardiola, Carlos Jimenez, David Lara, our favorite beer salesman. Cece, does David Lara still show up and slang beers at the Hollywood?
Yes.
What's he slanging these days?
He works for Classic.
So what does that mean?
No, he does the
Mexican,
but that's still a subsidiary of Classic.
Temporary.
Don't be afraid to use the mic.
Conspiracy.
You're good.
Conspiracy.
There you go. Paulina for the people. Where are you at? She's like, hey, whenever Chef's not available, let me know. I'll fucking show up.
I love that.
She
That's
wants
great.
to come on here. She wants to come on here.
Oh my
Greg
God.
Raymond, Kenya Nieves, Antonio Sanchez, Wort Wrangler himself, La Jess, Carlos Solorio, Jared Goldman, Gabriela
What's up, my
Ledesma,
guy?
El Compa Flaco, La Compa Claudia Wucher, Carly, West Said, David Shapiro, not the lawyer, Victor Almazan, Jorge Gonzalez, Edna Alvarez. I feel like Shapiros are just like,
They're all lawyers.
you're born into the Shapiro name, bro. It's like, fuck.
That's a big
by
name.
trade.
Yeah, it's like you're gonna be a
That's a big
lawyer.
name.
You have to be a lawyer at that point. Reggie Garcia, El Compita Chido, Ivan Espinoza, Jaime Jorge
What's up,
Cepeda, Jason Leclerc, short with red hair, drinking a lot, Camille Arrington, Robert Gomez, Alexandra Camacho, El DB Styles. Clinton Jones, you'll be setting up a nice little toy
Clinton
drive.
Jones.
Let's get it, Clinton Jones. Brian Casey, Marisol
What's up,
Yescas,
my guy?
Ryan Star Wars, and his other brother Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars.
In honor of BJ not being here, hit him with a Star Wars. Star Wars! That's all I got on here.
Damn, that was a good BJ right there.
Never utter those words to me, my friend.
Not with eye contact.
Before we get to non-serious,
Yeah.
we've lost some heavy hitters
What do you mean?
in my life, in our life. But this one is more in my life, and it's weird because in life there are the people, and it's like a movie, it's like a film. You have people who are there, starting their cast, they're part of it. They're every day you see them, and then you got the supporting cast, people that are in the background. You see them. They're not necessarily fools that you call your friends. They're acquaintances, but you've grown to respect them. Ruben, we lost him a couple of weeks ago. We went to his mass on Saturday. It was a beautiful thing. It's a testament to how good of a dude he was. Everybody came out. Cece, I know you were there. I rushed right after work, all like nasty and shit, bro. And it was just a testament to how good of a dude he is, and everybody went out to pay their final respects. In addition to that same day, I found out that one of the dudes at UPS passed away. And this happens, usually this kind of thing happens at UPS after you retire. Like, people get sick, and you're used to that grind. Every day you're working at UPS, you get up early, you're working hard, you get home late, you're grinding, boom, 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 and then you retire.
Yeah, you slow
and then your
down.
body doesn't know how to adapt.
Yeah.
My dude has been working there, I believe, over 30 years.
Wow.
And I don't want to really say his name. It's not my place. Like I said, he's not a friend. He's not family. He's an acquaintance that I've grown to love over fucking 30 years. So trip out on this. Man. When I was little and we lived in Bonita, he would be our delivery guy in Bonita.
Oh.
Yeah. Then I got older and I got a job at Bank of America. Well, not that much older. But now, yes. But when I worked at Bank of America, I was like in my early 20s, whatever. And he was our delivery guy there.
Yeah, man. So you've been seeing him for a minute.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then I started working at UPS. And then he saw me. He's like, mijo. And I was like, hey, what's up, perro? And we just started seeing each other every day. So for the last, how long have I been there? Like 8 years I've been there at UPS now. See him every day, going in, going out. Hey, what's up? And mijo, I'm proud of everything you've done. Felicidades. And then they hit us with that, oh, yeah, he passed away on Saturday. So big up to that dude, my guy. Left behind family, left behind a lot of coworkers who really cared and did a lot for him. So, I mean, fuck it. Waldo Chavez, may you rest in peace, compa. I hope you are in a better place.
Yes.
That's all I got. Every now and then I feel like I have to say some sensitive shit because everyone feels like I'm an asshole. Good. Never doubt that. never doubt that. Never doubt that. Look at boom. A la verga. All right. What else do we got? You know what? Tell me something beautiful. Not something good. Just some random thoughts. What do you got today?
Just some random thoughts. I mean, I spent this weekend with some of my best friends, and I
Weird.
think,
we weren't there. Fuck. That's strange.
but I think like to kind of piggyback on what you're saying, like it was like our little Friendsgiving, and we were celebrating Chris from Lechusa's birthday, and
Damn, Lechusa's
dude,
on all cylinders right now, right?
Yeah,
That's the one.
She's crushing it.
If you were going to Valle and recommend it,
Yeah.
Lechusa the one, hands down.
If I had to choose one, I would say, yeah. Lechuza would be, it would 100% be the first one.
And the next
because
one?
I don't think that there's like a wine that I don't like. And I told her that this week. And I was like, you know, sometimes you go to a restaurant and you can only order like your favorite things. You can't, like, not everything on the menu is good.
Okay, no, I've never done that. No cierto.
Lechuza's not like that. Like, everything you drank is so delicious and so incredible and so complex. And she's doing really incredible things.
Bueno.
So she's breaking the mold in Valle de Guadalupe. A lot of the kind of elders are like, what are you doing? You know,
I like when our people are killing it and going against the grain and doing things that are normally not in the traditional sense. You know, that's awesome.
Yeah, she's doing like this unfiltered Sauvignon Blanc that's like fizzy.
A hazy wine?
Yeah.
Effervescent,
and
maybe?
it's fucking delicious. So yeah, anyway, just hanging out with them was really nice because to your point, I think we all kind of took a moment to be like, holy shit, this year has sucked. But it's thanks to the people that are around us, that lift us up, that inspire us, that bring us fucking joy, that, lift us up whenever. Because I think, like, whenever things are great, you know, everybody's fucking around, right? But it's when things get rough and it all gets tight that we all just, find out who our real people are. And it was wonderful. I love that.
Do you have a nice, like, tight, like, inner circle, people you fuck with, and that's it?
Yeah, for sure.
I think we all do. I think that's the healthy approach to relationships, like when you're older, like us, you know? Like, I feel like when we're young, everyone's our acquaintance, everyone. And each and every one of us in this room has, Cece specifically, I think of the most when this happened, a lot of people are around us. Like, we meet a lot of people in passing, like, oh, yeah, what's up? Hey, how you doing? But then I feel like it takes that extra special person to legitimately break into that inner circle. And we just have to be more selective with our time. Cuando dijo el professor Elias, like, one of the crazy things he said, but one of them that made the most sense was that you have to fucking really choose your time wisely. Who you want to choose and spend your energy with, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's easy to give it to everybody and feel like you have to be a people pleaser.
Cálmate, güey. You giving it to everybody?
Ay, cálmate.
Sí, güey.
Sucio.
No hay pedo. What else you have? What do you have on something nice, bro?
Yo, it was dope to hang out here on Saturday morning early with the Vision Culture folks. There's a lot of great stuff coming down the pipeline as far as us getting together. It doesn't make sense for us to have friends that are doing dope shit the way we are and not work together.
Are we lucky that we are just surrounded by people doing killer shit, or is that just everybody? You know,
I mean, it's one thing to be surrounded by them. It's another thing to be smart enough to link up with them and make something bigger happen. So we're working on an event here for mental health and suicide prevention. We're working on different ways that we can impact the community the way that we've done it, but on a bigger note. So it's cool to know those guys, man. And, thanks to the homie RJ for coming through. And I finally got to meet Mrs. Bree. So she was rad to kind of pick her brain and see, everybody's got a different outlet as far as how they're approaching their nonprofit. And it was good to get their vision and kind of intertwine it with ours and know that there's a lot more impact that we could be making, and we're gonna do that shit.
Heavy hitters over there. For real. Vision Culture and us. I feel like boom.
And
doing the thing.
She's the one that brought in Bunny and Aida because she works. She sits on the board for the.
Hold on, did you call him Bunny?
Yeah, because I made her mad the other day, so I wanted to say it again.
I was like, don't worry about making her mad. Don't fuck around and make Rabbit mad.
The homie Rabbit's good people, man.
Rabbit's a good dude.
Yeah, he
Rabbit's
was giving
a
me
good
shit
dude.
that day, so I was giving him
Vision
shit.
Culture's a good dude. I'm bummed that I wasn't able to
man.
make it, but those guys are all heavy hitters. Aya Foundation, do Love Thy Neighbor. I feel like we're blessed and surrounded by people who are all wanting to do good. So good on us, good on you, man.
And the new opportunities coming our way. Snapdragon, the homegirl Lydia hit us up, so we've got a litany of projects.
That was fun though. Yeah. It was fun just to have us out there.
It really was.
Because we talk a lot of shit, Chef. I don't know if you've realized this. And we always try to get people to do stuff. But I feel like, hey, man, well, no one's going to do shit if we're not the ones out there doing shit first.
Right.
So I'm glad we all got out there. And we've got a slew of new dates.
Yeah.
Monster Jams.
Supercross.
Concerts.
Yeah, I mean, they just announced that Red Hot Chili Peppers are playing in May, so we're going to be a part of that as well.
I'm going to go and act like I'm going to help you, and I'm going to just fucking jump over that. That's it.
So, business as usual.
I have pictures showing that I was working that day, fool. I was there pouring.
You staged them.
Yeah, work smart.
January 7th and 8th for Monster Jam. January 14th and 15th for Monster Jam. Supercross on January 21st, and then we'll get more dates. But
what's a valid email people can reach out to us? Like, is it's not just exclusive to the social club?
No.
Like, if somebody's listening out there and they want to just help out and lend a helping hand,
info,
I don't know how to help. I don't want to give money. Little bit of time.
Info at emobrownfoundation.org. That's the best avenue to reach us. And now that Casas has got that up and running again. Ooh. So, yeah.
Damn, Casas getting hit today for no reason. Peppering, dog. Fuck, you look good, dog. That's all that matters.
Es todo.
That's 90 pelo. My kids speak a weird language now.
What?
Yeah. So I'm old. I'm an old dad. My first kid popped out 33. I think I was 33.
Popped out, huh?
Yeah, not out of me.
Hey, Crystal, congratulations.
Not out of me. But my youngest is 5. My oldest is 10. And I caught them communicating via fucking PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 headsets, like fucking Fortnite or whatever games they're playing. And they were just talking. And I just like going back and forth. Like we're not in the room because when they're playing, they're in the fucking zone.
We got a gaming chair and everything?
Bro, yeah. No. They stand. We make them stand. You know, do fucking burpees every 5 minutes. Hey, they got to, what's up? No, so I'm just kind of in the background, just watching. I don't know what I was doing and just looking at them. And then my oldest like, no cap, dog. I was like, ¿Qué dijo? No cap. I was like, what? He's like, and then the middle one, yeah, my G, that's a good cut, G. I was like,
No.
what? Bro.
What's up with Sonny and Jackson,
It
dog?
fucking freaked me out is what happened. I was like, this is how they communicate in the real world.
Cálmate, chavorruco.
You know, it's like, yeah, this is how they communicate in the real world. This is how they communicate when mom and dad aren't around. You know, this is how they communicate amongst themselves.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, man. It's only the beginning, fool. I'm
Yes, it really
I'm
is.
happy I've been a part of their life for the first 10 years, 8 years, and 5 years. I look forward to being a part of like many more decades. But right now, at this moment, when I saw that happen, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
They're developing themselves. Like they're creating their own little personalities. They're creating their own, and that's a trip to watch, bro. Because I remember being their age and being a douchebag, you know. And now it's like now they're little douchebags.
The apple does not fall far from the tree.
Red delicious.
Back to apples.
Cece, what do you got? Something good.
You know, I
Share
was just
something
thinking
tasty.
about
Go
that.
ahead.
At least your kids are comfortable about like doing this around you.
Yeah.
I remember being a kid and Jerry Springer would be on, and as soon as I heard the garage door open, I'm flipping the channels, I'm running to the couch, acting like everything's normal because my parents would murder
How old were
me.
you?
Oh, I don't know,
She's
probably
like
like
6.
8 or 9.
That's horrible. You shouldn't be watching Jerry Springer.
That show is probably one of the catalysts of why being a chismoso and like all these shows pop up is because of all the fighting.
Hey, that was good
The
lingo right there.
drama.
Chismoso. You said it fucking flawless.
Yeah, what's up, dog?
way.
Go ahead.
Good job, Luis.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Chef,
Tell me everything.
algo bueno for the week.
Algo bueno. I'm really excited for the winter formal, which is coming up.
Overwhelming.
For his
There's a lot going on. Me and Cece were just planning the drink menu, which is really exciting. You've got a DJ, I think.
Yes. DJ Reg 1.
Yes.
What's up, Reg?
What's up? I give
so-
myself one task and I kill it.
Props to Erica, Sarah,
Oh.
and everyone that showed up on Sunday.
How many
and
people
helped-
were here cleaning?
Yeah, there was several people out here cleaning. So thank you guys all for coming out to kind of set up the space.
Agreed.
We've settled on a person who's going to be doing decoration. I am going to be shopping for ingredients here in the next couple days so that I can get some of the dishes started for this weekend. It's going to be amazing. I'm really excited. One of the things that I did want to mention is that Justin has set up what seems like it's the second annual blanket drive.
Yes, I guess we did
Yeah.
that last year, right? Where everybody brought in blankets.
Yeah, so we're encouraging anyone.
What a weenie. He wasn't even at the fucking first one, bro. Yeah. You look at this.
conspiracy
He's like, maybe if I set up a towel drive or a little blanket drive, I don't have to go. I just show up. I say, oh, look at all the blankets that I've accumulated. He's coming this year, though. I'm excited.
So when you're coming to the Emo Brown formal, or if you want to donate a blanket, just come on that Saturday early before 5 o'clock. For those of you who have been asking, tickets are still on sale for $100. However, they will only be available at the door. So you cannot pre-purchase. You must show up. A friendly reminder for everybody, you have to tip your bartenders.
That's
right,
not that. Oh my
right,
God.
Cece?
Yes, please. And
People don't
thank
do that.
you.
People need to understand
be
that, like,
surprised.
Sometimes it just kind of gets muddled, and I'm not saying that, obviously it wasn't me, but it is nice to like show some gratitude. These people are taking their time off for this event that's charity and like for the foundation, and they're here to like help out, and I'm just really happy. And especially with my crew, I love my crew. They're super excited.
Got a
We're gonna
dope-ass
have,
crew.
I know. So lucky.
Big ups, Matt, for putting that crew together.
Yeah. I'll just go ahead and see myself out.
Nah, you know what, dude?
We're looking for bartenders for this.
The Elwood is looking for a new owner. If anybody
in
is
any
interested.
business that I'm a part of, it's imperative to have somebody who's the fucking boss and running it. Cece handles it at the Elwood. Second to
Love
none.
that,
When people ask who owns the Elwood, everybody says, oh, Cece. And now I'm fucking, let's go. You know, I'll just be a silent partner, especially in the months of November, December, and January. You know, but for real, man, Cece holds it down at the brewery. It's a collective effort. Everybody I have over there, you ain't shit unless you have a team who fucking follows you, bro. And at 3 Punk, I have a solid fucking squad, couple loose ends. And then here at fucking the Elwood, we have a killer squad. Any loose ends there?
No, but I do want to give a shout out to Cassie because it's her birthday today. And we love her so much.
Well,
and
it's a
she's
shame
such
BJ's not here to sing.
important-
Yeah, Louise, play the guitar for BJ, and we'll sing happy birthday. Thank you.
Luis, play the guitar for BJ's.
Yeah.
That's
At
what he
least do a
said?
head
That's a
bang
thing?
just for
Fuck,
her.
okay.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, wow.
That's an option.
Just heard that out loud.
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
you.
Cassie.
Felicidades. Fuck the Dodgers.
Okay.
Okay.
I was gonna be like,
You know
happy
Go ahead.
birthday
Okay.
to you.
Okay.
Okay,
Happy
yeah, what's
birthday.
up? What's up, dog?
Tell me a little
You're
something.
lucky that you're 9 feet away from me.
Tell me.
Oh!
This is 9 feet? Damn, I'm fucked on math. Trey Turner,
Yes.
potentially signing with the Padres. After potentially.
He's meeting, that's what happens when you have an open
Go ahead.
contract. You meet with people.
Go ahead. And then what happens when you meet with one more than 2 times?
Ooh.
You know what? We'll see.
All right, that's what I thought. Boom. This is a checkmate with an S.
All right.
Padres won't get him, but I'm just happy they're fucking with the
they
Dodgers.
had
flag.
him already. They had him already.
Yeah. Hey, if it's true love, it'll come back to you.
Oh, I hope it never comes back then.
Bellinger's contract. He won't sign with anybody over a year.
Clevenger?
Yeah,
Bellinger.
Oh, Bellinger. Who did he go with? Anyone yet?
not yet.
No,
Oof.
but he's meeting with a lot of people. And then what I'm thinking, my Dodger prediction is that Belly actually isn't going to go to the Dodgers this year, but he's going to come back in 2. And I think that he's planning on doing that.
Yeah. What about
why not?
what about Rocky Dennis, the lead actor in the movie The Mask, Justin Turner?
Gosh.
Where is he going? These are deep cuts, fool. These are deep hater cuts. Go ahead. Nah, I'm excited. The Padres are doing their thing.
I'm more interested about Trevor Bauer.
What's he
Oh,
doing?
man.
Vindicated?
No, not
No?
yet, but close.
Yeah?
It's
Yeah.
getting there.
Yeah, so that's
It's
what happened.
interesting.
You see what happened there? So, okay, just a quick synopsis. Trevor Bauer was accused of doing ungodly things to women, one in specific. And it came out and obviously got canceled, and there was lawsuits, and MLB reneged his contract.
For 2 years.
Yeah, they canceled him completely, bro. Like, you hear of canceling. Trevor Bauer got canceled. Like, he lost contract. Oh, no, actually, no, he got paid. You still get paid, but all the
He
endorsement
got
shit.
paid because he's still in contract and it's under, they're going through the court system and through the MLB system. But keep going because I want to.
It's an interesting story because recently the young lady who accused them, like somebody leaked a video of her hanging out with them the night or the day that all went down, and she's just there posting like smiling, kissing, and like, oh, look who I'm with, stuff like that.
Text messages.
And their text message. Oh,
And
man.
I'm all about
What a mess. What a mess.
canceling people who are assaulting women. But I'm really thankful that like this is going to be a fair trial, that we could see both sides of the story and actually get down to the bottom of it, because I can't even imagine what's going on in her life, how hard that would be. But
For
also,
sure.
if this is not the case, which MLB has their own separate, judging and this and that, and so does a lot. And as far as California goes, I'm pretty sure
He got some
on
shit.
that.
And you know
But he
what? I
got
feel like
cleared.
MLB is very reactionary first. Like, oh no, cancel, and then let's put the pieces of the puzzle together.
Right.
So basically, let's see where Trey Turner goes.
Oh boy.
Algo bueno? Good?
Man, Natasha and I have a dope week planned
all
next
right.
week.
Dope
Yeah.
week's coming up.
Going to Disneyland for a day, staying overnight on property, and then I'm taking her to see Billie Eilish, and she is just
What?
over the moon. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She went to go see her in Vegas, and she was so amped about that. So now we get to see her on the final leg of the tour. So
Wow,
she's
that's
so stoked.
awesome.
Yeah. I told her the other day, and she almost pierced my goddamn eardrum the way she screamed. Yeah, I'm stoked to get away for a whole weekend.
Easier to find tickets to that than Taylor Swift.
Hell no. I had to ask some favors.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Shit, man. Well, we have the local music man here coming on later today.
You mean the music guy?
The mayor of local music, El Pinche Tim Pyles. I'm pretty sure he has a connect with fucking Billie Eilish.
I took my hat off. I took my hat off when he came in. I was like,
Damn, poor guy. Why do you got to show him the hair? Don't do that
that
to
hair's
him.
glorious.
It is.
dog.
It is. It's glorious. It's great.
It's not Luis glorious.
What else you got, buddy?
That's it for my one.
My algo bueno, I went to church.
Wait, what?
I went to church. My church.
That's what that fire was at the church for.
The church I went to was the church.
Oh, shit.
There it is. Algo bueno, 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 bueno.
Oh, maybe this camera is bad.
I went to go see Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle.
Oh,
Is it called Viejas?
Yes.
It's the one,
Arena.
Viejas Arena, San Diego State. Oh my God, it was a fucking mess to get in, to get out. Yeah, fue un pelote. I mean, there was lines that reached all the way out close to the 94 to get in, to get out. So we left there to like around 6, and we didn't get into the show like until 8:30.
Oh.
Yeah, so we missed half of the first performer, or the comedian. I forget his name. He was fucking hilarious. So we missed that, and then when we came back in, it was Black Star, bro.
I heard about that.
So Mos Def and Talib Kweli were, bro. They were on stage
yeah.
doing their thing. It was wifey and I just kind of looked at each other like, what? Wifey's
Star,
a
man.
big hip hop head. You know, she was a big hip hop head.
She has Thug Life on her chest, though, right?
Oh no, yeah, not on her chest. You saw that on her chest, bro?
No,
the
you told me.
fucking disrespect, perro. Say, wait. You look at me. I haven't done this one in a while, Bogan.
Here we go. I thought you were going to go.
So yeah, Black Star. That's a fucking band I haven't seen ever. So to be able to pair that up with Chris Rock, who I've never seen. Never seen. Dave Chappelle, who I've seen now twice in like the last
Hollywood Bowl, right?
6 months. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, cool. It was an epic show. They addressed all of their fucking dramas.
Oh,
They went head first into it. Chris Rock was talking about Will Smith, straight up calling him a bitch ass hoe. Of everyone talking shit about your wife. And trust me, I'm not the only one. Of all of them, you decided to hit me, the guy who's half your size, talking shit and going in on.
Wow.
So apparently, he probably didn't say anything in public, but in private, where his show and people are paying,
buy those tickets.
yeah, buy them tickets, get the whole fucking behind the scenes. He was clowning them. Dog. It was
Hell
awesome.
yeah.
Then you fucking have Dave Chappelle doing Dave Chappelle shit. That's the way I almost feel like
he's a storyteller.
Well, he's a genius, obviously, on what he does and how he presents himself and how he captures your attention. But he was on stage just telling stories, bro. And I don't feel like there was any and he probably does because he's a pro. But it just seemed like it was very fluid, not scripted, not anything. Just kind of sat down, started smoking. Which how the fuck?
He doesn't give a fuck.
How do you smoke on planet Earth now, bro? I feel like there's no more smoking.
You're usually
there's
supposed
no
to be like
nothing,
in a pod.
Bro. So this was like he has a whole carton of like camels and shit, just smoking, haciendo su pedo, telling stories. I was in heaven. Wifey and I were like, God damn.
I said, God damn.
That's awesome.
I said, this is probably our favorite comedian for sure right now.
And that was one of the ones that they had you put your phone away, right?
Oh,
So
yeah,
for the little pouch,
yeah. You know some fucking people, they had their phone and they're pulling out of their sock. It was right next to their fucking ankle bracelet. I was like, no, but no wonder. I was like, no wonder. Always on a sick one. So yeah, man, it was
Love you,
awesome.
Cece. Thank you.
Cece, catch her on the camera, Ruka. There she is. Say goodbye. You going too, Luis? No, fuck.
Bye.
Well, get over there and assume that position just in case we need to grab you for some information. You just step on over there.
Like how you keep your curls so nice.
Yeah, man. I hear it's eggshells and mayonnaise.
What?
Yeah.
Neta?
I don't know.
Fidel Sassoon.
So yes, this show was amazing. I look forward to it. Chris Rock quickly skyrocketed up the charts with me as favorite comedians because
That's what's up, man.
hilarious, man. No mames. Like they no fucks given, very nonchalant, doing their thing, and it was just awesome to see a bunch of other people hype. Show ended. It's gonna lead right into my fucking chale moment of the week.
Oy.
The show ended at 11:30. All right, I needed to be at work at 12:30. So we were rushing. I got home full, and I just fucking I threw some water on my face. I made some coffee. I drank some coffee. I did a couple of fucking snooters. I did no snooters. Shout out Woodsy on the snooters. And I just fucking went to work, bro. That day. Directamente, güey. Just got home, did some things.
Caliente.
Y sí, güey. No, caliente, mi vieja me alivianó. And then I just got home, got dressed, threw water in my face, drove to work. That day spanned 36 hours of non-sleep. For me, which is a personal record.
God damn.
Dude, literally by the time my shift was ending at UPS, fuck, I was delirious, bro. Hey, follow me on Instagram on LChams. I just noticed you're doing that. Fuck yeah, bro. So yeah, it was bananas. I don't function well normally, obviously, but without sleep, I feel like I'm a superstar.
Oh,
I feel like work in reverse. Like the less there's an energy bar in video games, fighting games. I feel like if I sleep too much, my energy bar starts like decreasing. Oh, you slept too much, your energy bar. But if I feel like I don't sleep, I'm fucking like breaking walls like the Kool-Aid man. He's like, oh yeah. And my energy just kind of keeps growing, fool. But I don't recommend 36 hours no sleep. Valió pito, yo. It was not fun.
Thank you, snooters.
Next day, 12 hours straight. Mimi's time as soon as I got home from work, bro.
That's what's up.
Never done that.
Those are good nights.
I've never done that.
You've never done 12 hours of sleep?
No.
What?
Yeah.
Ni crudo pedo?
Nel. I always get up and go to work.
Oh my God.
Hardworking father here moment. Yeah, ever since I was 7.
As told by CBS8.
As soon as I was able to work, so like around 16, 17, I've always been just chambeando. Always working. So it's like now I just keep working. I don't stop. If I'm fucking pedo or not, crudo or not, I get up that morning and I go to fucking work. And then I get there and I'll ask, hey, can I leave? And they'll let me leave. That's a whole different pedo. But I get up and I go to work, man.
Got it.
Chale moment of the week for you. Any of yous. Take your pick.
Jeff.
Well, part of it is related to why BJ's not here, which is, of course, that everybody is freaking sick lately, man. There's this triple-demic that's going around. I don't know if you guys have heard of that.
I've never even heard of a fucking triple-demic.
It's a triple-demic because we have COVID.
All right.
We have the flu.
All right.
And we have RSV, which is what everyone is sick with right now. And unfortunately, RSV is hitting a lot of our kids. It's spreading mostly with kids. It is affecting some adults as well. But thanks to this triple-demic, it can be hard to find kids fever-reducing medicines. I mean,
like
literally.
What, like Tylenol and shit or what?
Yes. So Tylenol, I'd be like
ibuprofen.
children's Motrin. So all of these things are, it says if you stroll to the cold and flu medicine aisle these days, you might notice the shelves are bare or nearly so. Some medicines that can be particularly hard to find are fever reducers for kids like children's Tylenol, Motrin, and Advil. Johnson & Johnson, who makes children's Tylenol, says there is no shortage. It's just a lot of demand. So, all of these kids are sick and parents are rushing to the stores to get all of these things. I mean, Fernanda was posting yesterday asking for recommendations on how to break a kid's fever because it's just so bad.
How do you do that?
I sent her obviously alternating between
Hot
Tylenol.
toddies. That's how you fucking do that. I'll break
Come
your fever
on,
with a
Pete.
quick hot toddy,
Step
man.
on up.
So yeah, alternating between Tylenol and Motrin is usually the best, which is ibuprofen or acetaminophen. Some of the things that I definitely recommend is
Dude, I totally know that from having kids now.
Yeah.
Wife is always like, double up on the medicine. I said, what does that mean? Hit him with the ibuprofen and then hit him with the Tylenol. I was like,
Yeah.
arre pues, pa, pa, pa. I'm making little cocktails from him.
yeah, and if your
In
kids
Belushis.
yeah, and
Nicolas.
if it spikes over 102, then definitely get them in the shower to drop the temperature as soon as possible.
And they smell.
It won't necessarily break the fever, but it'll drop the temperature so that their little brains aren't getting heated up, which is obviously really scary and can cause seizures and stuff. So
Let me take this moment to tell you, once upon a time, I died. I was little and I had a convulsion. I had a super high fever.
Oh my gosh.
I had I don't remember what it was. It was like 105. I was being taken care of. I remember in San Isidro in Villanueva. And I remember my mom and everyone telling me that they threw me into the fucking tub with ice, boom, boom, boom. And then my uncle had to give me CPR. And he was a
Oh
big,
my God.
and he's like a big pothead. So this is the result, So the result of giving me CPR as a youngster probably enabled my passage into the, the universe of marijuana.
That's just science, bro. Yeah. That checks out.
Totally gateway CPR, bro.
Checks out.
It was gateway CPR, and it got me there. But yeah, fool, I remember I was fucking
Damn,
dead.
bro, you're
It
like
was
Tupac.
crazy.
You came back, dog.
Let me give you a paisa recipe. Little beanerism. What we do for the
El
kids
mix.
that have they had croup before. We've had croup. They've had everything.
yeah,
So I've had pneumonia. I've had everything with lungs.
yeah, bronchitis.
Yeah, eso no. Then the kids haven't either, fortunately. But one of the recipes that we've used that fucking works every time, bugambilias.
Oh yeah, té de bugambilia.
Un té de bugambilia. How do you say bugambilia in English?
Bugambilia.
Bugambilia.
Yeah.
Available on the corner of my parents' house. They have a big old bush of bugambilias.
Yeah.
So I would go over there. You throw some bugambilia into a pot.
The flowers, not the
the
blue-
flowers.
not the green.
The flower. It's like red.
Or pink.
If I would. It's very bright. You put it in there. You put it in hot water. You put some canela, cinnamon, and then you put a little bit of honey. And then a red onion. Slice that red onion in there. And for some reason, our kids were afflicted with the weaker lungs. They tend to get more congested, and it leads into the seal cough, and it leads into croup, and then this for some reason it's like a miracle drug. So that's why I smoke weed. I feel like there's a lot of benefits in marijuana.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
So yeah, make sure that you take care of yourself. Start dosing up your kids with vitamins yourself.
Weed.
This triple-demic is not a joke, you guys. Obviously, COVID is not gone. Really?
She's been sick for 9 days now.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and then like she ran out of one of her medications. So to your point, and I ordered it, a little Target thing, go and pull up. They bring your shit out.
Yeah.
And the guy comes out and he goes,
We're
actually out of 2 of your products. And I'm like, well, say some shit before I get there.
Exactly.
Like send me an email or something.
Oh,
And
that
again,
sucks.
luckily we always have a backup. But her mom took her to the doctor today, and they're like, luckily it's not the flu for her. It's probably a sinus infection, and she's got antibiotics. But yeah, man, it's just going around like crazy.
Yeah, and so by the way, the RSV one is what is known as a common cold, but the common cold is hitting different because obviously we've all been like masked up and all this, so
Our
it's just
immune is
affecting
down.
different. Yeah, it's affecting us all differently. And as somebody who had RSV, it turns out that crazy cough that I had was RSV.
How dare you bring RSV into the studio?
Sorry, guys.
How dare you bring RSV onto the set?
I'm a workaholic. I show up and I get up in the morning.
I know somebody like that.
It's no joke, you guys. Like it's in your lungs. It's upper respiratory.
But it's common. This isn't
common.
new.
This is not
This
new.
is something that's been around
but
for
it
decades
feels
and
more
decades.
severe, which is weird.
And you made that perfect point on why.
Yeah.
Because our guard is down.
Yeah.
And I've always told wifey, let these little fuckers just play in the dirt. Let them go out there, play, and whatever. And now I feel like she's understanding the importance of that. Because before it's like, oh, antibacterial soap. Oh, this. And I was like, no. Déjalos que se enfermen los cabrones.
Yeah.
Them getting sick, it's like when you break a bone. It comes back stronger.
Yeah.
You know? That's just science.
All of a sudden.
All of a sudden.
Okay.
I've always believed in science,
Steve
fool.
Nye.
What's your
Shit.
chale?
No, that was pretty much it.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, the sickness and Natasha being sick. And it's just like, again, I've seen some parents that have kids that are, in and out of ER with all of this shit. So I'm thankful that hers is mild, but you can tell she's frustrated, man. Being cooped up, not being able to go to school. She's a social butterfly, and she just, she's like, all right, I'm over this. Yeah, so I'm, fingers crossed that whatever antibiotics they gave her this morning, she kicks that shit because,
Good.
she's in good spirits, but yeah, she needs to get back to her daily routine.
Yeah, and that's what's happening, right? A lot of these kids start with RSV, but then it develops into a sinus infection, a throat infection, a lung infection, like a pneumonia, and so that's where it just exasperates and becomes something bigger than it is. But just so you guys know, they're saying that they're feeling the results of like 30% increase in the amount of children in ERs. In fact, right now, Children's Hospital has a 6-hour wait. So
What?
yes, it's 6-hour wait. So
damn.
just something to think about. If your kids are feeling sick, don't take them to the ER unless obviously things are really intense. Because you're just also opening yourself up to all that's there as well.
Knock on wood, man. These little weenies right now, they're going all in. They got fucking jiu-jitsu, they got boxing, they got golf. So I feel like that for us, the best approach right now is like, let's go.
Yeah.
Expose you little weenies out there. Go. Do your thing. And fortunately, but you never know.
Yeah,
That's the
it's
kind
a
of shit
weird
that happens
time,
quick, man. That
Yeah.
happens quick.
A year away, 2 years away, and then all of a sudden we're right back in the mix, and it's like a petri dish.
Hey, careful with that.
the triple
that
demic.
RSV. Calm down.
Cálmate tú.
Hey, if you guys want to learn more about RSV, I listen to a killer podcast that I listen to every morning called The Daily. And The Daily, they went into the whole, the breakdown of RSV, how it's always been around, how they talk to nurses, doctors, all affiliated with how to handle it. I said, hey, man, unfortunately, there is no fucking cure.
It's the worst part.
You just got to rush through it.
You gotta
and
trust the
hopefully your body is ready to accept it.
And treat the
if you have-
symptoms.
or if you're old and like in your 70s, 80s, 90s, or maybe even like 65, boom. Just take care of yourselves.
Yeah.
And I feel like I take care of myself. Reverse Logic by Virgin. Yum.
Hey, that's your beer, right? Okay, no pues.
Ooh,
Anyway,
this is a good fucking beer. Cold
Somebody
pale
texted me
ale.
about ordering a virgin beer. And,
Nice.
that was good timing.
I'll promote your little fucking brand for your brand.
Yeah, we need it as the best brewery in San Diego.
Hey,
Please help us.
You're welcome. I can get this
that's
into
a
the
nice-
Mexican demographic.
That is
fool.
nice. I like the
You let me know.
design on that.
There's
You
money-
mean,
there's
you
money
mean
to
where I
make.
sell the most beer?
Yeah.
Who
You're
designs
hey,
your beer?
Mackenzie Graham. She's an all-star.
Wow,
She's
that's
a
beautiful.
killer. She's amazing. The next 3 can designs we have coming out, I don't know how she does it, man.
I love it.
She's
It
dope.
looks like 70s retro.
Well, it's
but
funny.
like,
We just announced our anniversary party in
Yeah.
January 15th, and it's going to be an 80s throwback
See?
anniversary party.
I
So,
can feel the vibe.
Am I invited?
Huh?
Am I invited?
No.
Next subject.
Son of a bitch. Hit me with your Yahweh. The fucking lack of respect. Yahweh. What you got on your Yahweh? You, anyone, Caesar.
Yeah, this one, it's not necessarily a Yahweh, but it made me laugh. a mother had a little bit of an incident in which she, wrapping Christmas gifts, and turns out that the wrapping paper she used, without her knowing, was covered in genitalia.
Oh,
Wait,
cool.
what?
Nice.
How do you miss that?
It's a mama for Nicole from Queensland, Australia, and she took to Facebook to share her unfortunate mishap after purchasing a roll of paper from the novelty store Typo. She ordered it online, wrapping up her presents. Initially, looking at it first glance, she thought the red paper was patterned with sleighs, reindeer, and snowmen. Very innocent. Looking closely,
Le butt plug.
among the snowflakes and actual Christmas patterns, because they were on there, not just reindeers, but horny reindeers who were going out it with some mounting others. The explicit content didn't stop there, as the paper also featured snowmen with suggestively placed carrots.
Ooh, en la oreja.
Basically, they had root vegetables for penises. Yep. So, and there's pictures on there if you care to take a gander.
Very nice.
Rudolph,
Oh my God.
Rudolph is getting it. He's one of his red noses.
Oh, there it is.
Is lit
Yeah. Oh, el lipistic, el lipistic.
Lipistic.
Have you guys done any fucking Christmas shopping yet? Is that something that
Yeah,
we have to do now?
I took care of all of. The concert cost me a pretty goddamn penny. So
Okay,
that's,
okay. Yeah.
And
What
then
about decorating? Is that something we do already or not yet?
I already did it.
All right, I did that. What about
Yeah.
Christmas trees? That's
I
something.
just bought a 14-foot Santa, inflatable Santa. Wait, you guys, I have to tell you, I'm the most competitive. I'm the
Something
most
subtle for the
competitive.
neighborhood.
No, the neighborhood started like putting up all these inflatables, and in the past years, nobody's done it. So I was like, wait a second. And I have a snowman and I have a baby Yoda. And so I was like, dude, I think it's time for another inflatable. And then I went to Walmart and I was like, 14-foot Santa. Yep, that sounds like it.
That's a big ass
Taller.
Santa.
You guys, it's taller than my freaking house. And I'm like adjusting it. And Yanni's like, Mom, stop grabbing its crotch. I'm like, it's so tall. This is the only place I can grab it from.
Oh
You
man,
got some inflatables too, right?
wifey goes all out. She's like the
Yeah.
Clark Griswold of the family, bro.
Oh, okay.
I'm not about that life.
This year we put up the little lights that show the snowflakes and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
The little
The
dancing
projectors?
patterns.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we have
And then
those too.
Years past, we've had it's one that's like Santa's sleigh, but it's like it opens the door and el vato se.
Oh,
shit,
how
that's-
cute.
And
then it comes back in.
That's
It's like
creepy.
it's like a Santa in a box.
It's like the creepy uncle just like, hey, mija. Hey,
Do you want
mija.
another drink?
No.
And then we have the one that we use for Halloween as well because it fits with both. The one that I bought for Natasha was a Nightmare Before Christmas one. So it's
I need to watch
That's
that.
so cool.
I need to watch it. I've not watched it. Yeah.
You've never watched Nightmare Before
that's a
Christmas?
classic,
Bits
bro.
and pieces. To but no, never seen it.
Yeah, that's a classic.
When we were at Disneyland last,
Yes.
we went on the ride,
Haunted Mansion.
and it was the first day that they had set it up.
Yeah.
No, so it was awesome.
Yeah.
And incidentally, I follow a page now on Instagram, and they kind of go, "Thank you, John Nunez." He sent it to me, tips and tricks for Disneyland, and it
Yeah.
gives you like the schedule, the forecasted calendar on what rides are going to be closed,
Yeah.
when to go, what to do. Mind blown, for me, mind blown, dog. More reasons not to take my kids. And they were saying that haunted houses.
Hey,
are
but
gonna
at
be
least you
closed.
take your wife.
Oh, I'd take my wife. More on that later. More on that later. But yeah, man. I mean, fuck. When do you tell your kid that Christmas is not about Santa, that there's no such thing? Have you?
I have a delicate balance. Look, she believes in Santa, and I'm cool with that. But I also tell her, yo, your daddy bust his ass, and he gets you gifts. So, it's not all this white dude hanging out, fucking breaking into our house in ungodly hours, all right?
El Sancho.
It's-
El pinche Sancho.
so I keep it real with her. I'm never going to ruin that allure because, she's going to find that out on her own one day. But
Yeah.
I
So you haven't
also,
told her yet?
No.
Nice. Neither have I. Don't get me. I feel like both of you looked at me like,
Well,
when did you tell your daughter? Or when did she figure
My daughter
out?
still thinks. Just kidding.
please don't watch this episode.
My daughter still believes in Santa
You see
Claus.
Santa Barbara, you're getting a gem.
It's Santa Cruz, cabrón. It's Santa
Is
Cruz.
it? Oh fuck!
You see
In
Santa
my
Cruz?
head, it was Santa Cruz, but I don't know why I fucking said Los Gauchos.
I love
You know
this.
what?
Cálmate.
Kind of related to this, me and Munchkin watched Santa Camp yesterday. It's on HBO Max.
Perdón,
Oh. Disposable income.
No, I actually am totally using my best friend's sign on.
do you poor people have HBO Max? I'm like, no. Shit, chef.
Anyway, the point is, it's Santa Camp where they teach Santa Clauses how to be Santa Clauses, and it was really cool because
That's a real thing.
Yes,
Holy
and
shit.
it's in New
I thought that was
England.
just an episode of The Simpsons.
You guys have to watch it though because it was super cringy sometimes.
En serio.
Let me tell you why.
Oh.
Because they are trying to expand their diversity and inclusion. So this was the first year that they had a black Santa.
Oof, go ahead.
And then they had a trans Santa.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so it was in their first special needs Santa. So it was really, really kind of like, heartwarming to like see that these people are, providing kind of that avenue for kids to feel included. And it was really kind of cool because the Black Santa specifically, I don't know if you guys remember, a couple years back, there was a person in, I want to say it was Virginia. I can't remember. Anyway, wherever he lived, he put up 2 Black Santas outside and he got hate note from a Santa.
That's weird.
Did you guys hear that?
Here in the United States, people are hating?
I know.
Oh my God.
I know. So anyway, he decided that he was going to become a Santa. He was going to become a Black Santa. And I loved it. Anyway, it's really funny, but it's also, it's rough because they have very honest conversations with like all of the white Santas going, can we have a Black Santa? Like, is that like not a thing? Like why, and then kind of some of the elders got kind of going like, I don't see why we would want to limit somebody's joy.
Oof, get it.
And I was just like, dang, all right. Yep. So really, really interesting. So if you guys want to watch that,
so here we'll be doing our part 2 here at the Emo Brown Podcast. Casas, if you can scan over to where Cece formerly was, we're doing our part by having our old indigenous Santa. So this Saturday at the Winter Formal, we're gonna have Lou Dog dressed up as Santa Claus, and he's gonna be our own little indigenous Santa Claus. Hey, get this fool on the camera, dog. I want to see him. Oh, there he is. Boom. Oh, no, that's still me, Mexican Santa. Oh, there he is, el de Peru. Go ahead. Santa de Peru. Well, anyway, we have a long hair here, and he is our indigenous Santa. And if you come by, he'll allow you to sit on his lap. There he is, bro.
Say hello. You're alive.
This is Cece's better half, allegedly. Grab your microphone. Tell us a little something about what you do, brother.
Oh, he hates this. This is
He's
fantastic.
Like right now?
Yeah.
Really close, though.
All right, here I am.
There it is. What's cracking, fool?
My name is Luis Sendejas, and I manage the tasting room in Barrio Logan for Thorn Street
There you
Brewing
go,
Company.
bro. You just bought yourself another 3 months.
And apparently, I'm an indigenous Santa.
There it is. This Saturday
from 5 to 11.
One of the only prints we have hanging up in our beautiful studio is from this talented
there
man.
it is. He's a
great photographer.
Big supporter of everything we do.
Absolutely.
He's one of the photographers that goes out every year and he does the Amabrel golf tournament with us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he gets down. He's awesome. Big fan. He's a DJ.
Ooh.
Get it.
Black Gas. DJs.
DJ Black Gas.
Yeah. Oh, is it all vinyl?
All
Yeah.
vinyl.
Is that a thing?
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, I don't know what that means, but
His
all right.
That's
record
harder.
collection
It's on
is
the wax, yeah.
impeccable.
It's harder.
Yeah.
It should just say all vinyl, all in. Boom. You're welcome.
It's low-key like it's a low-key dick drop because it's harder.
Yeah,
He's kind of short, so that is a low-key big drop.
Damn.
Do we have any liquor? Anything we can drink back there? What's going on?
I mean, there are things you can drink back here.
Create me a concoction, please, bro. I'm ready. And one for Caesar. And one for Caesar.
A shot of whiskey's good.
No. And something tasty. Something tasty. Yahweh moment of the week. Who was next?
Me.
Get it, girl.
Today, the Supreme Court is hearing a case.
As soon as you oh man, I feel like I gotta perk up. All right, Chef doing some shit.
No,
Go
but
ahead.
literally today, the Supreme Court hears arguments today that could be a landmark case that pits LGBTQ rights with free speech. The case involves a Colorado web designer who says that state law prevents her from designing wedding websites because she believes that a marriage should be only between a man and a woman.
Oh well then,
I know.
Colorado.
So it was interesting because they got interviews with her on NPR and she kind of states her case, which is funny because she's never actually been asked to create a wedding website for. So this isn't like something that has actually already affected her. She is preemptively suing.
Jesus.
Preemptively suing because she believes that the law incorrectly affects her because she is an artist. And because she is an artist, she shouldn't be required to make something that essentially, restricts her rights. Obviously, this is a potentially landmark case that cherishes that
For sure.
that pits two cherished constitutional principles against each other. On one side are laws that guarantee same-sex couples equal access to all businesses that offer their services to the public.
What the fuck is going on right now? Like what? Really? What the fuck is going on?
Do you want an honest?
Yes.
I think that what's happening is, leading up to the years that Trump got elected and through the Trump presidency, conservatives really took took advantage of the fact that they were in power in order to elect many more conservative judges. We now have a conservative-leaning Supreme Court, which means that conservative-leaning people are deciding that religious, that the parts of free speech that specifically have to do with religion
Need to be amplified.
limit how much we can require other people to be inclusive. The problem with that is of course, now you have 300 plus anti-LGBTQ bills currently sitting within the House of Democrats, the House of Republicans, and the Senate. So there is kind of this big anti-LGBTQ, anti-trans movement, all of these types of things. And I understand that everybody has the right to believe whatever they want with their religion.
Go ahead.
If you do not believe in same-sex marriages, interracial marriages, then just don't get married to the same sex. I just don't understand why everybody else has to think the way that you do. And I think that has to be the bigger argument, right? I understand that we can't make anyone do anything. I understand that. However, we shouldn't be able to limit anybody's beliefs or rights based on somebody else's religion. I think it goes both ways.
Separation of church and state.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a problem with people knocking on my door and asking, hey, can I talk to you about the scripture? Like, it happened.
Yeah.
It happened like a week
You
ago.
Yeah.
And I let the viejitas come in and talk. I was like, cool, no hay pedo.
La atalaya.
Yeah, and then she came. No, Christian. It wasn't even La Atalaya, bro. It wasn't Jehovah's Witness this time. It was a Christian couple, a couple older ladies. And I said, you know what? Shoot your shot. Go ahead. It's easier to just, instead of like creating a whole pedo, the kids were watching. I was like, I don't care. Like, I'm not very religious at all. But this lady came up and I was like, all right, cool, awesome, boom. She shut her Bible and she left. I was like, perfect.
And then you went to church.
Present the option. Yeah. Well, I went to church to fucking watch Dave Chappelle. That's it.
I thought you went to church. Wait.
So they presented the option. Don't push on me, And then this goes on anything. Don't push anything on me. Don't sell me on anything. If I want it, I will look for it. It's not an opening for you to be like, bah, 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 bah.
Right.
And I feel like maybe that's the way to approach everything. Believe what you believe and don't fucking throw it on anybody else.
Why? Yeah. Why does everybody else have to do what I believe?
You know how I believe, like CrossFit? Because you don't shut up and you only talk about it being a CrossFitter.
Jesus Christ.
Like veganism, lo mismo. Podcasters, jujitsu, like enjoy what you enjoy.
A couple weeks ago, something similar happened. The Amazon guy delivered Harry Potter books, and that's basically, make believe thing too. So I get it when they preach religion.
How funny. How funny.
Oh my God, I'm gonna go to a dinner on Friday for Sugar and Scribe. That's Harry Potter theme. I'm so excited.
Damn, that's a dick drop.
I've never watched anything Harry Potter.
I wish he was still here because breaking news: Trey Turner to the Phillies, 11 years, $300 million.
What, 11 years?
$300 million.
Is that the biggest deal ever?
No.
11 years?
We have 3 Padres on the team right now, or two with one coming soon. That's going to be bigger than that.
More than 11 years?
Yeah,
14 is 300, 30.
340 for Tatis, and then Manny was 10, 300 million.
I was talking about the years. I was
14 Tatis. 14 Tatis.
14
Yeah.
is wow.
We're really investing a
Still,
lot.
though, swing and a miss on our predictions this morning.
Hey, I know
Phillies
all that
jumped in.
shit we're talking, bro. Fuck, Trey Turner to
and
the Phillies.
were just like,
That escalated.
You look like a
quickly.
Mexican Philly fan. Look at you. What are you wearing? What are you wearing on the red carpet today? Look at
this.
you.
You look
Fuck.
comfy as fuck.
I'm tapping into my fucking Joan Rivers right now. What are you wearing? What are you wearing, you Mexican? You look burgundy as fuck, bro.
I love it, bro.
Good. You look good. What are those called? Sarapes?
Yeah.
Not at you.
I got one for me. I got one for Luis.
¿Y yo qué güey mierda en la cara? ¿Qué pasa?
The last time I got you gifts, you got mad at me.
What did you get me?
Your knife. I got you.
Oh, I got it
yeah.
here. Look at boom.
And, hey, fool, I hate it when people give me gifts. It makes me uncomfortable.
I'm not. I don't like compliments. I don't like gifts.
I got you
Treat
a record.
me like a degenerate.
I got you a dope ass record, and you remember your
way?
favorite band?
Minor Threat?
No, the one that you went to go see all the time that used your condoms.
Oh, Millencolin.
Remember
I
I got you
was
the
yeah, I got that.
You got mad at me too. Why'd you give me this, fool? Like,
Because then I feel compelled to have to fucking return the favor,
and
bro.
what did I tell you?
Go fuck yourself.
Yes.
I believe you told me.
Yeah.
Ah, pues. Yahweh? Everyone, are we back to the Yahweh?
That was my Yahweh. The Supreme Court.
Remind me, because I feel like I might be combining two stories.
Tell me everything.
There was an event where drag queens were going to read to children again.
Yes.
A library. Remind me of the state and remind me of these weenies carrying fucking
Proud
assault
Boys?
rifles. Yeah, was it the Proud Boys?
It was the Proud Boys.
Carrying assault rifles, shot up a power plant along the way, and
Yeah.
they fucking knocked out power on the grid.
Pretty much.
¿En dónde fue, güey?
I don't remember.
Somewhere in the
I want to say it was Colorado.
No,
also.
was it? Oof, I'll fucking find out. I don't know.
Yeah, no, but it was definitely
What is going
another
on?
And what's worse is that
there was videos of them like pouring into the back of like U-Hauls and which is so
Ohio.
funny. You know, the people that were anti-mask go out and protest with mask on. It's so tough.
So a drag storytime event in Ohio was canceled Saturday after members of the
Ohio.
far-right groups gathered near the First Unitarian Universalist Church of Columbus, where the reading was scheduled to be held. The Holy Drag Storytime, which was organized by Red Oak Community School, was set to feature 3 drag queens reading to children of ages performing a few holiday numbers. According to the Associated Press, 50 to 70 members of the Ohio chapters of the Proud Boys and the Patriot Front stood along the road leading up to the church, touting guns, tactical gear, and face masks that obscured their identity.
Chale.
It's like if you're so
Say it with
proud,
your
then
chest,
if you're so
fool.
proud, then why are you masking up, bro?
Exactly. And again, they were anti-mask during the COVID restrictions, but now mask galore.
Fucking shy boy is more like.
Oh shit.
Protesters chanted "Life, Liberty, Victory, and Reclaim America," among other slogans, and some were seen giving a Nazi salute, according to the footage reported by
on some Kanye shit. Yeah. Well, that's my Yahweh. A little Kanye transition.
Yeah.
What the fuck,
Dude, there's so
this
many.
This fool's just like said, I'm gonna go 0 to 150 real quick.
Yeah. What about Florida?
No, I'm not there yet. We'll get to Florida. I'm gonna wait till the headlines when we bring in Mr. Pyles. But man, my Yahweh's about fucking Alex Jones having Kanye on, and Kanye just going off on a sick one. My dude, just no more fucks are given, right?
None.
He said, I'm in. I'm all in. I'm going crazy.
I think he said that like Hitler was a good guy, right, or something
Yeah,
like that.
and he sees good features in the Nazis. I was like, yikes, bro. This dude is going all in. Which, of course, has set off a slew of other people who follow Kanye and are jumping in and doing their things. And they're just reiterating this rhetoric and just kind of saying, this is what we're all about. It's like, it's a dangerous game that Kanye's playing. Because he is a man of big pool. He is a man of big influence. And all those people that follow him, it's like, I'm pretty sure in those hundreds of millions of people that follow him, there's a segment they'll buy into anything that Kanye says.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, so it's a dangerous game. So, oh my God, that's my Yahweh. It's like, imagine making Alex Jones blush. That's hard, bro. Like if you're going on there and you are out Alex Jonesing Alex Jones, that's on a different level. And right now, I feel like
filed only for bankruptcy.
He walked back several things that like
Alex
saying
Jones
like,
was
I
like-
don't agree with you.
Yeah, Alex was like, well, I don't agree with what you're saying, and I'm going to say them. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, you are fucking putting Alex Jones in a compromising position. Think about that.
Yeah.
That's
Guy that
fucking
just ordered to pay
bananas.
That's
$1 billion
another
for his opinion.
You know what's worse though is like, have you heard about
Pineapple on pizza.
Have you
Oh, fuck.
have you heard that Fox News is now saying that they think that the Kanye West dinner with Trump at Mar-a-Lago was a setup to try to make Trump seem as though he is anti-Jewish.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's like what? So now it's a setup that the dude invited.
Yeah. So the guy that
Kanye
supposedly
West
is the most intelligent, prepared guy
In the world.
And
but
it's
he
like,
got set up.
You know he has like 1 million people who vet this, right? Like
Does he though? Honestly.
no, I mean
I say, wait.
but also
Wait a minute,
but also he has like what are they called? All of the ex-presidents have the security people. What
Yeah,
are
they have a
called?
group chat. Oh, Secret
Service.
Service.
Thank you. They have Secret Service. They knew these guys. It wasn't like they just showed up in uninvited.
Do you think these ex-presidents have like a group chat? Hey, what's up, 45? Hey, what's up, 45? Do you think they get it? No. Fuck, that would be a down-ass group chat, fool.
It's called Truth Social.
Oh, shit. But not all of our presidents are in there.
No, claro que no.
Oh, my God. What, do you have a Yahweh or what, bro? No? You know what? Let's do this. Let's do the headlines when we come back with Tim Pyles.
Yeah.
And then we're going to take a break right now. We'll come back with Tim Pyles. We'll come back with the My Grito of the week, and we'll do all of the beautiful things.
All of them.
Let's
See
do
you
it.
guys in a few minutes.
Bow.
I look like I'm going.
bro.
Yeah.
You
Outside.
And we're back.
The My Grito Weekly Updates, brought to you by the My Grito, the label that pays us, the big bosses, the guys who tell us what, how, and where to say it. This is what's going on in the world of My Grito. I feel bad because last week we completely missed it. I didn't even give the update. Oh well, it happens. Thank you to everyone who came out this past Saturday and helped us to celebrate our annual show. My Grito Fest, a totally packed house enjoying some brews and killer sets from the Paranoias, Descarados, the Steadians. Thanks to the bands for playing and everyone who came out. Yes, as the holidays approaches, and if you're looking to get your favorite music lover a cool gift, well, head on over to mygrito.net, pick up the Paranoias, Las Calacas, Adrian Carmine, 3LH, Maria Sanchez, y más. Grab a shirt. Still waiting for my fucking shirt, guys. Who am I going to have to call about getting my fucking shirt from the label, dog? Jesus Christ, man. For all your needs, make sure you go to mygrito.net for all your holiday shopping goods. Don't forget, new fucking sponsor, House of Chingazos. They are providing us some killer clothing. Look at that sarape print, bro. Use the code Emo Brown. Go to Jackson, get yourself a killer chain. I don't know how much discount there is, but just type in Emo Brown. Type in Emo Brown everywhere, because you never know. You can, the Manscaped discount may still apply. Shit, you can probably talk to Tim Pyles, throw Emo Brown. He might throw you a fucking single. I don't know. Things are bananas right now, bro. Fuck yeah, but right now, hey, I don't get excited very often because I'm old and grouchy. But every now and then I do come across somebody that is like, oh man, this motherfucker played a big role in me being an asshole and opening the door to being super, super duper confident. Today, my friends, we have a local legend, the mayor of all local music here in San Diego, fucking Tim Pyles, bro. Put the camera on this fucking guy, dog.
Hi, Mom.
Jesus Christ.
Hi, Mom. Face for radio.
Hey, it's a
Thank
beautiful
you.
face. It's a
Well,
fucking
thank
beautiful
you.
face,
Thank you.
bro.
Back at you. I love it.
Shit,
Thanks for
thank you,
having
man.
me.
Hey, it's been a long time since I've seen you, but I see you in the most, well, not in the most unusual spots, because you're always either at the Casbah or you're fucking setting up shows. You
Yeah.
know, and that is your claim to fame. I
Sure.
don't want to blow you up too much because I kind of want to hear it from you.
Right.
But these are the highlights for me.
Okay.
You are the gatekeeper of all local music. If you're in a local band and you haven't talked to Tim Pyles, you ain't shit. If you were in a local band and you didn't talk to Tim Pyles when he was hosting a loudspeaker, you ain't shit times 2. You know, basically, you control what goes on in local music in San Diego once upon a time, currently, and probably for the near future as long as you're around, brother.
Yeah, as much as things have changed recently in my life, I'm not going anywhere, you know? Definitely booking bands and giving bands their first opportunity to play the Casbah. So, yeah, that's the gateway drug. You got to get into the Casbah. That's kind of, you know, the end-all, be-all clubs of San Diego.
Yeah.
A lot of great places to play. And there's a lot of great opportunities of new places to play in San Diego. But the Wonder Bus is something that's really fun for me.
The Wonder Bus, fool.
I got to thank Ernie Hahn for that. This is an amazing opportunity for bands to play on top of an English double-decker bus. I think the highlight's been when we've had artists playing like before Padre games and driving around down there. But I was in the Ocean Beach Holiday Parade this past weekend on the bus, and that was phenomenal.
So wait, it's like a double deck bus that like, and then you're just driving around and you're playing music for anybody that's around it.
Live.
It's
How
a
cool.
English double-decker bus, open at the top, all outfitted with sound and a sound person. And, you know, you don't want to be on it when it's going faster than 20, 25 miles an hour. There's issues even for these bands because of a short stop. You know, they may actually kind of potentially. You got to be prepared. You got to have a stance on the bus.
Yeah. You gotta have that shoulder width apart pose.
But it's a cool opportunity.
That looks so
and,
amazing.
Yeah, it's
a lot of
pretty
fun
rad.
for bands. I think is that Rookie Card on
Yeah,
there
that's
right
Rookie
now?
Card. Yeah.
Does it have its own like Instagram where people can find out where it's going to be next?
Yeah, just look up the Wonder Bus Entertainment. It's on Instagram, and been having a lot of fun with those guys.
How cool.
They've been doing parades. They went out to the Coronado Parade this weekend. I had Dakota Ringer from The Naked Eye. And, you know, giving a lot of, you know, because it is not, it's an exposure gig, as they call, for some of these, you know, so you're not necessarily getting paid. Mm-hmm. But where do you ever get an opportunity to play on top of an English double-decker bus, say before a Padre playoff game like we just had recently?
I want to start a band simply to fucking play on this bus. That, you know, like, is there a current market for, like, accordion playing punkers, bro? And, like, norteño crossover. I'll fucking create that.
Can I put out a solicit right now?
Do it.
Yeah.
Get it.
So the bus is going to be in Barrio Logan on December 17th for the Posada that's happening there.
Yes.
And we want to have an artist perform on the bus, but I haven't booked anybody anybody yet.
Paging
so
Eddie Zuko.
Eddie
is there
Zuko.
somebody that might be interested?
Paging,
You can
paging Rossi Rock.
find me on the Local Pile, Instagram and Twitter. The
Boom.
Local Pile, Pyle. That's probably the best way to
Nice.
find me. That's also the name of the podcast. You
Get
can
it,
check
man.
out the podcast. There's 6 episodes up, and
When
more,
did that
more
start?
to come. A few months ago. My life has been weird these last few months. All right, so
Yeah.
Tell me all
May
about it.
16th, a dog I love dearly passed away. It
No.
was Chloe. And then May 18th was my wedding anniversary, but it was also my last day at 91X. So a little bittersweet there. Then lost my mother-in-law.
Oh.
God bless Rita and bless my wife who's been there also for me because everybody's going through stuff,
Yo,
right?
get Pyles
Yes.
another get him a whiskey or something.
And then
Jesus Christ.
We
bro.
lost another dog, but blessings. It's weird, right? Something happens, and
Something
and
arises.
a dog showed up on our doorstep recently,
Stop.
and it was all matted and all just trashed. It looked nobody had taken care of this dog.
He's like, Daddy?
So we got Humane Society. They came out, checked it, chipped, no chip, no collar. It's now our dog.
Essentially, it's all yours.
It's our dog now.
Wow.
So
You know,
we-
they say that when that happens, it's actually like somebody coming
meant-
back to you.
Meant to be.
Yeah.
It's
No,
hard
like
to
it's-
have some shit like
for
that
a
happen.
reason.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but also like it was.
very odd how the dog showed up and how my my wiener dog reacted and made me aware that this animal was on the other side of our fence, and I'm like, what the hell am I looking at? It didn't
Yeah.
even look like
No.
a dog. You know,
This
I was
goddamn
freaked out.
chupacabras.
Oh.
Pretty much, it looked like one. They're real too, by the way.
Go ahead.
Or
What?
it could have been the Proctor Valley monster.
Wait,
Dude, that's Chula Vista as fuck. Careful.
There you
Careful,
go, there you
Pyles.
go. So anyway, we've had all these ups and downs, but currently, yes, this new addition. He kind of looks like Fozzie Bear, so his name is Fozzie Bear.
Fozzie.
Yeah,
Hell
yeah.
yeah. Cheers to you.
Cheers,
Cheers to
thank
you, brother.
thank you.
Cheers to you. Boom and boom. Our local long hair.
And then, radio, just like anything, right? I mean, you don't need an FM signal to hear things anymore, right? People listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
There is a radio station I'm working for up in Laguna Beach. I do 2 shows for them. One is kind of loudspeaker-like.
Cool.
I added this recently called Stomping
Stop.
Grounds.
Yes.
So that is also incorporating a little bit of some Orange County bands. But you know what? I don't know a lot of bands out there, so mostly it's San Diego and bands from TJ.
I was gonna say,
Nice.
you got bands from Tijuas, bro. That was like, I was like, oh shit, he's got bands from Tijuana.
That's awesome.
So there's more Tijuana representation currently than there is Orange.
Probably.
Fuck yeah, though. That's awesome.
Probably.
There ain't nothing wrong with
But
that.
you think about 91X and the fact that signal comes from TJ and the
Yes.
influence on the community and the region with the music they've been playing ever since the 80s. But of course, if you're going to do a local show on 91X and the transmitters in TJ, you better fucking play some music.
You're
from
going to
across the
shape
border.
some minds. You're going to
Yeah.
create a little bit of influence. You're going to create a plethora of Morrissey fans, Robert
Right,
Smith
right.
fans, Joy Division fans. Are you familiar with the Club Porky's in the late 90s, early 90s?
Sure,
I mean, all of that is shit that we heard on 91X growing
Yeah,
up, man.
absolutely.
All of my cousins who played a big role in what I listened to were all listening to 91X and all listening to that kind of fucking music. Whether
Yeah.
if it was Madonna or Michael Jackson, if
Yeah.
it wasn't that, it was on some fucking sad storytelling, fucking British rock shit like
Exactly.
the Smiths or the Cure, man.
Have you listened to Willie FM?
No.
Do you know this shit?
Nah.
Do you ever listen to the radio at all?
Yeah, just to listen to the podcast rated #1 in San Diego, maybe you've heard of it.
There you go. I have. No, there's a station at 105.7, and it's really odd. It was an actual marketed to American Signal, English speaking people, and they took back control of it like 4 years ago, and it is the most weirdest programming you'll ever hear. And they actually have a little identifier. It says Willie FM. You hear all the ads, the Mexican national ads that you hear on 91X, actually in Spanish, so you can kind of tell. But it's the weirdest music. And then I hear it's very 80s,
Nice.
very 91X. But
So
then
do we get that
also
here?
you can tune it in. It's got then they play like Killing Joke and Striper and Dawkins and Twisted a lot
Dude, they
of
flip
metal
the
and rock.
script.
105.7.
Get it.
But they play this one band, and I'm like, I don't know this band. I don't. Everything else I recognize. And they play like 5 songs from this one band, and they're called Vanguard.
Vanguard.
And they're 3 brothers from down here in the South Bay, and it's like, why are they playing this band all the time? So I booked them at the Casbah.
There it
They
is.
played for me recently, and they fucking killed it, man.
Yes.
They
I
were
don't doubt
ridiculous.
it. I don't doubt it.
Like great melodic metal, and it can sing, and yeah, I'm always out for new bands, discovering new stuff. Those guys have been around for a while, but this new album that they produce is phenomenal.
Let's go down your resume because you just dropped it right now. You booked for Casbah.
So Tim Mays is the man. He's the legend, owner of the Casbah. I help him fill the calendar when he's, all the big bands, anybody that's coming through there, Elvez or Rocket from the Crypt, and then he's got nights.
Manic
He's
Hispanic.
got a fill, right? So I fill a lot of the Mondays and Tuesdays. As a matter of fact, tonight I booked a show with this band, new artist, Indigo.
Okay.
We have Scoobert Dubert, which is really quirky, interesting pop. He's actually worked with this Japanese group called Chai. So they're kind of a thing.
All right.
And then we have Free Paintings. They're based down here, I believe, in the South Bay.
This is on Monday at Casbah.
Monday at the Casbah. So a lot of those nights, there's no, I don't put a lot of pressure on the bands. We're not telling them to sell tickets. We want you to promote.
But
We
that should
expect
come
people-
from within, bro.
Right. But in other clubs, a lot of places, Los Angeles,
Here's some
there's
tickets.
a lot more effort
Yeah.
made for you to promote. I mean, I get it. Monday night, it's tough to get people to come out on a Monday night. So
Shit,
hey,
I don't visit our businesses on Monday nights. Imagine going
Yeah.
out and fucking going and watching a show.
But you're going tonight. You're going to be at the
Yeah.
Elwood at.
and then come to the
Oh
Casbah.
yeah, I'll be there 11:45.
Stay away.
I know, already over. Oh, not only that.
What? Yes.
Oh my God, what is this?
Oh yeah, what the
God
fuck is
damn it,
this?
Eric Casas.
There it is. Look at that. Oh my God,
What is happening?
you look like a fucking backup referee for the Premier League, bro. Maybe
like
like
that
the Championship
Yeah.
League.
Oh, it's yes.
I think I made that video possibly. That was when I was on the cover of City Beat.
Nice. Oh, there it is.
Many years ago.
Give me promiscuous.
Who took these pictures? Who took those pictures, Eric?
No.
Look at Gaza.
God, I was
That's
fat.
my favorite.
I'm still fat.
You're
but
lovely.
I was on the cover. Yes, I have that as a rather large. God, that reminds me. I got to put that up somewhere. Maybe running on the Wonder Bus for the holidays. But you have a large banner of that.
Wow.
91X,
Yeah.
94.9.
Yeah.
And now your new shuffle, your new catalog of things that you're doing, man.
I'm always trying to do new stuff. I'm working with some people on potentially something that would be like on broadcast television that could be a combination of Fox Rocks or San Diego.
San Diego,
Nice.
which you were a part of as well.
That was one of the biggest bummers of COVID, is that it killed
Yeah,
that program, and that was such a great program. I interviewed hundreds of bands. I worked with one of the most amazing producers and photographers here in San Diego, right there, Eric Casas.
Eric, a.k.a. the discoverer of the Killers. I don't know if you knew that shit, bro, but we got a little fucking celebrity in the fucking house here.
But that show, for me, I mean, I don't know, for me, when I was doing all those things, the booking the bands, on the radio, television, doing some writing, like it's just everything. It was all
Renaissance man,
synergistic.
bro.
It
Fucking
was all
Renaissance.
connected. But I don't know if one thing appreciated the other. I was lucky and blessed to do it all. I'm grateful for Eric Page at San Diego, and then the radio people are like Garrett Michaels and Michael Halloran and Brian Schock and Chris Muckley. They're just different names that have been involved in the radio that have helped me.
I'm blessed to know you in the sense that you gave us an opportunity once upon a time. Once upon a time, I was a little snot-nosed high school kid who graduated, and then from the ages of like 16 to 25, my life revolved strictly around music.
Yeah.
And you weren't shit. You weren't anything unless fucking Tim Pyles had you on loudspeaker. Unless Tim Pyles went to fucking Side Stage Soma on a Thursday night to watch your fucking band play.
Yeah.
The fucking library, fucking Mira Mesa Epicenter.
Missed the
Beachy,
Epicenter.
All of those spots, bro.
Yeah.
Epicenter brought some good talent, bro. I remember watching Jimmy Eat World at
Yeah.
Epicenter, man. I remember watching all those things. But you weren't shit unless you were invited on loudspeaker by Tim Pyles. Tell us a little bit about your experience and your life at loudspeaker on 91X.
I love San Diego. I always feel like it could be better than the sum of its parts. Art, music, culture. There's so much going on right now. Beers has been a big part of it. Beer's been going on now for a while, right? But it's things like this. It's the music connected to what's going on and the events you're promoting, and it's just elevated. So, 91X, and for me to get that opportunity, I worked in construction, law firms. I was a 30-year-old intern when I got my foot in the door at 91X. And then the big thing was getting on the payroll within the building there. So
That's a tough pull.
my claim to fame back then, because radio is not an easy thing to get into. You got to leave the country. You got to go to another state.
Yeah.
But for me, I got a job. This is back when they changed the laws and they started to consolidate radio stations. So all of a sudden, this company owned 10 radio stations.
Yeah.
Multiple buildings. They needed somebody to be like the mailroom person. I was Tim the Runner.
There it is.
I drove a pickup truck to all the buildings all day and delivered and handed things from everybody to the interns to the general manager. I knew everybody by first name. But then when I had that card is when I started to show up to Loudspeaker. Loudspeaker was on at midnight on Monday nights. So not a very listenable time period.
Right.
But I did that. I came in and yeah, I kind of took over the show.
And you know what? Don't short sell the importance of what a Monday night at midnight fucking show was on 91 Next.
Yeah.
Dude, Loudspeaker.
Well, radio mattered a lot more back then.
Way more.
Because
We
there was
had
no
that.
internet.
All we had was radio. We had
Yeah.
AOL chat groups, age,
Right.
sex, location. That's we had that shit. But we didn't have streaming, or we didn't even have CDs, bro. We had fucking cassettes.
Right.
We would be making our demos on cassettes and just pimping them out, and not just like local bands. Laser Latino. We would be doing all of that shit on the next level.
Yeah.
You invited us on the show. Yeah, and we were like, fuck it, let's this is awesome. Like, Tim Pyles is having us on the show. We had just started playing a slew of fucking gigs in San Diego. We had just started going out and doing our thing. 3-Piece Scandal, find us on Spotify, what's cracking. And and you opened the door and you invited us in. Twice. You had us in once and we were nervous. I think we were fucking drunk and shit, high off our mind. And
Typical.
Yeah,
You're
normal.
not the only band.
And listening to Casas' fucking little reel that he sent me, it sounded like they were the same way. We were just stoked to be around you because you were the gatekeeper. You're like, oh, nice. You have graduated onto the Loudspeaker now. Now, what's next? You can start playing gigs outside of San Diego. You can start playing gigs at bigger spots. And we're like, fuck yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
So we, once upon a time, were hanging out at our spot, little Alberto's, and Bonita, right across the street from Bonita High School. Gus, you're going to have to remind me of the fucking taco shop. We were all posted up, drinking, having rolled tacos, smoking, whatever. And it was a Monday night over the summer. And we're just chilling. And out of nowhere, one of our songs starts playing on the fucking radio. And it was on your show, and bro, if that didn't create like an opportunity to meet white women, my friend, that was probably the one thing that opened the floodgates for me. And I was like, so thank you, because you gave me so much confidence when I was a youngster, bro. Like when I was 16, 17,
and look
18.
At you now.
Look at me now. I'm an asshole. But no, but you obviously, you created that, not just for me, for a bunch of other
That was my
people,
goal.
bro.
And I would have probably too many guests on the show in a lot of cases. I would rotate bands in and out of there in a 2-hour, especially when the show was on at a much more listenable time. They probably... That's maybe one of the reasons they got irritated with me, having all these people be like a party in the parking lot. But
it was
all about giving bands that opportunity, elevating them, giving them that confidence. And you never know what they can do.
You gave us that opportunity another time when you had us play on your show. Like, we actually went on there and we played, and you were interviewing, I think you were interviewing Greg Gavin, Bad Religion. And it was Bad Religion and No Use for a Name had a show, probably Soma, close by in Soma. And they had just left, and we were lugging things in. Oh, look at us. We're so fucking cool. We're going to play on fucking loudspeaker with Tim Pyles. And we're playing, and on the way out, he's like, oh, cool. You guys going to the show later? And I was like, yeah, big No Use for a Name fan. And he's like, oh, what about Bad Religion? He's like, fuck Bad Religion. Yeah. And I was like, oh, shit. And I told that to the singer, and I was like, oh. And then somebody in your crew came like, hey, dickhead, that's fucking the lead singer for Bad Religion. I was like, yeah, I'm more of a Tony Sly, No Use for a Name fan myself. We went on, we played, we were drunk, it was bananas. But yeah, man, those are the things that you did for a lot of bands.
Sure.
Is there one band specifically that sticks out to you more now looking back on your career with Loudspeaker that you're like, oh, fuck, I never knew these guys were going to make it. Look at these fuckers now.
That band right now that's amazing, the South Bay band, These Sacred Souls. These young guys, I knew them from a previous band, and they started this it's a soul band. It's Marvin Gaye. It's
Soulies.
It's sexy, it's beautiful, and it's like super vibey. They've been recognized and signed to Daptone Records, which is a big deal.
That's a big
in
deal.
that genre,
That's
in
a
that
big
world.
deal. Yeah.
So that's really cool, and it's just endless. A lot of rotation. Bands come and go. Not always a lot of staying power. I mean, we're not the music capital of anything, but
we had a nice little solid run once upon a
90s
time.
was great, and I think now it could be even better. It's all here. There's all kinds of stuff going on. I mean, when I was in OB, I was surprised to find this thrift store was doing a show. I mean, there's plenty of places to see shows down there, but I like the DIY. I think you can get away with more DIY stuff now than we could as kids, because the cops were
they're weenies.
They didn't have anything to do. Now they got too much to do that they're not going to worry
They're not gonna
about some gathering or show or whatever. It seems like it's a better opportunity to do cool stuff in San Diego.
How do we grow this scene here in the South Bay? Who do we need to reach out to? What do we need to do? I mean, we've done our part here at the brewery, and my partner owns a Manhattan, but I feel like it's still lacking, man.
Sure. What's happening with the Vogue? Was anything happening with
You
the
tell
Vogue?
me. Fuck, at this point, it's been like over a decade, people trying to buy. I've heard many stories. I heard that Live Wire's coming in and not Live Wire, fucking
Casbah?
Live Nation.
Or Live Nation.
Live Nation, perdón, is coming in and putting in money and we're gonna be like a legit venue. And imagine that on fucking 3rd Avenue. That would be bananas. That would be awesome.
Yeah, it's all you need down here.
Once upon a time, there was a spot named Just Java where all the bands played.
Yeah.
POD would used to play there. Dogwood played there. Like a bunch of local South.
You know
South
why
Bay.
I used to come down to 3rd Avenue
Go
back
ahead.
in the 80s?
Tacos del Gordo.
No.
Marijuana, cocaine, what? Go ahead.
Hookers and Blow.
Hookers and Blow.
No, Berlin Wall. Have you ever be familiar with the Berlin Wall?
That's on the blog. Hey, Casas,
You could not
You have
get
a mic,
Doc
bro.
Martens.
Jump in when you're ready, baby. Look at
Yeah, I came slumming from La Jolla to get my Doc Martens down here. And
cool people, man. Like the brewery is a block from where they once
Yep.
were, and I would go there. We would go, and I had no fucking clue. We would go watch 2 movies at the Vogue, probably fucking My Girl and the Gremlins or some shit, and then leave after sneaking and staying in there for both shows, and then go like, oh, what's going on here? Oh my God, look at all these. These are all records. What are these bands? You know, it's a learning experience. It's a
Sure.
learning experience.
it's pretty cool. People came from all over San Diego County to go to that store. You know?
Yeah. What happened to that place,
I
bro?
don't know. What is it now?
I want to say it's Cruce. No. It's up north actually, or south on that location. Fuck, I don't know. Probably a jewelry store.
Yeah,
I think
that was
he's-
a big deal,
I
man.
think the
That's
guy
where you
passed
got your first
away.
docs. And all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Wilhelm and Princess.
There you go. I was trying to remember. I remember the name Princess Wilhelm. I couldn't remember. That was a whole dynasty down here, man.
There wasn't any. I mean, because later on you got what was it? There were a couple other ones like that. You know, before you have Hot Topic, you had those
It was
stores
just
here.
crazy that
Gamma
back-
Gamma was
like-
Gamma
one.
Gamma. Yeah.
It was crazy back then how much like all the Mexican kids down here in the South Bay loved like English music.
Yeah, yeah.
It was nuts.
I swear, I still
Anarchy
blame
in the
91X.
UK. In my morning, well, we have some questions from people that are interested in your
Okay, sure.
in your line of work,
Okay.
senor. So let's start out first. From Hexus, Metiche Monday question: was there a band or a song you had to play on the radio that you just couldn't fucking stand?
Anything by Imagine Dragons?
Ooh, go
Probably.
Hey,
Or the Chili Peppers?
pay attention, motherfucker. Pay attention, BFF Gus.
Although I-
Chili
Imagine
Peppers,
Dragons.
huh?
Yeah, radio people, if you've worked in radio, there are certain bands that just, because they're that staple alternative rock band, you got to play another band. Like Sublime for 91X.
Go
I
ahead.
play a lot of that.
Ew,
But Chili
nasty.
Peppers.
Yeah.
Although I want to go to that show because
May 12th.
locally, who's opening? Thundercat and the Mars Volta.
The Mars.
That's
Volta?
actually a pretty good lineup.
Shut up.
I'll
They're doing
I'll
it.
go.
They're coming back.
Yeah, that's the lineup here
fuck,
in San Diego.
we gotta go, bro. Fuck. So we have a foundation with Emo Brown called the Emo Brown Foundation, and we
Yes.
do all of the when available, we do the concessions, beer sales at
Okay.
Snapdragon.
Oh, cool.
So I have a feeling that date there's gonna be a fucking list of people who are gonna want to go.
But I
Yeah,
already
yeah.
said I was the first one. Period.
Bro, Mars Volta and Red Hot Chili
Yeah.
Peppers, as lame as they are, is a band I've never seen live. So they're on my bucket list of bands that I want to go see. Take it for what it's worth. I will never go see.
Have you ever
fucking
seen
Imagine Dragons.
Fishbone?
Yes, I have
Okay.
seen Fishbone. Yeah.
Just checking.
Where did I fucking see them? Was it fucking what's the one in North Beach, Solana Beach? Brick. No,
Where the
fucking
hell are you? Don't get much. You don't get up north
At
that's
all,
called
bro.
the Belly Up
The
Tavern.
Belly Up Tavern.
Yeah.
God,
What the hell,
thank
dude?
you.
You are
Shit,
San
bro.
Diegan, right?
Yeah,
Good Lord.
South San Diegan, sir. Please,
Yeah,
correct.
he calls
Come on,
anything
guy.
north of the 8 freeway
Canada. It's fucking Canada, bro. Is it north of the 8? Fuck, might as well be Alberta. Here you go.
In La Jolla, we used to say, there's no life east of the I-5.
I agree with that sentiment. I have no opposition views. What moment in your career stands out that you won't ever forget, Mr. Tim Pyles?
There's a couple, and a lot of them actually have to do with San Diego and getting to interview somebody on camera, like a band I love. So I'll say interviewing Bobby Gillespie from Primal Scream and Marky Smith from The Fall. I got to drink whiskey with Marky Smith from The Fall. That was a big deal. I'm really inspired by him, and his band seems to be inspiring bands continuously to this day. The Fall, a lot of British bands
lot of
that
British-
I love.
yeah.
They're all doing this kind of talk singing post-punk thing. So a lot of great bands in that genre. I'm digging right now.
Nice.
What kind of music do you miss the most that you feel just isn't represented nowadays?
I don't know. Good Lord. Have we officially had a fourth wave of ska, I guess?
Is it coming back?
I don't know.
Is Saint Fair is gonna
if
come
it was
back
anything
again?
like the two-tone second wave, I'd be happy. But
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Good Lord.
Rumor tells me that once upon a time you were a little modster from La
Yeah,
Jolla
yeah.
who was rolling around in
Yeah.
a roughneck posse of Vespa riding weenies.
That was us.
This is true?
Dancing to cartoon music.
Get it,
my
man.
friends in particular, we loved all the two-tone ska music. You know, Fishbone, part of that later on, and the Untouchables. But the bands out of the UK, you know, Bad Manners, Madness, English Beat,
Madness, English
the Specials
Beat. Look at
being
that.
the
Oh,
one.
they wait.
But our friends were also, you know, it was an eclectic group of people because you had the psych rockers, the craw mods, and then more like the Beatles. They were wearing the suits. I wasn't a
fucking
suit wearing
genres,
guy.
bro. So many subgenres.
Yeah, subgenres
Yeah.
within something, you know.
Yeah.
Like you could say that within punk, or don't even get me started on electronic music.
Well, we'll get
Good
you.
Lord.
We'll get you there. We're listening to Tribal Seeds, another San Diego
Nice.
band, another
Yeah.
South Bay San Diego band. They're
Sure.
here from Chula Vista.
Smoke them if you got them.
Tony Ray Jacobo, he's one founder of the Tribal Seeds. He has a question for you. Being in the music scene and industry for so many years, what was your favorite era? I feel like it rides the coattails of the last answer you gave.
Yeah, I think the 90s really, you know, when we were supposed to be, you know, because the 80s, the music scene was different than the 90s was kind of phenomenal. And the bands that came up through the original Casbah and even some other venues. But
Rocket from the Crypt, the Dragons,
Rocket from the
Lucy's
Crypt,
for Cold.
yeah, all that. I mean, I was a big fan of the Dragons. I
Yeah.
would go see the Dragons all over the place. And rest in peace, Steve
There you-
Rodriguez. I miss that guy dearly. He was an amazing human being and bass player.
I love
But
that.
they were my band for sure. But yeah, just that era, that time period, you know. But also in the 90s, as much as I say that, I was also going to a lot of undergrounds. I was hardcore raving pretty much from
Were you really?
91 to 96. So I worked a normal job, but then Friday and Saturday I would typically see the sun come up going to full moon parties, break-in
Yeah.
warehouses.
Drugs like a
legit-
So
motherfucker.
many
did.
raves.
Within reason, let's say that. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, everything in moderation, my friend.
Right.
How often did you see a band with all the right stuff go nowhere? And how many bands did you think sucked that made it big?
Ooh.
Blink 182 come to mind.
They were already going on. Ah, gosh. You know, I will never talk shit about a band. I mean, there's
This is your opportunity to do exactly
To
that.
do
though.
that?
Yeah. If there was ever a moment to do that, this is it.
man. Yeah, you know, I'm not that kind of person, I guess, that I really would like.
Bravo.
I'll be honest, like, you know, reggae is just, I like reggae, but
Go
I
ahead.
like my reggae black. I'm not really into, yeah, thanks, buddy. I mean, come on, we're in San Diego.
Yes, sir.
Southern California, you know, there's a huge popularity of that sound and that genre. I've been fascinated by a change in Ocean Beach. You know, used to think of Ocean Beach being the home of Slightly Stupid and Sublime, and
Yeah.
that's what would come out of that region. But now the diversity in Ocean Beach is a lot better. You know, Band of Gringos, they're a great like rock, classic vibe inspired band. There's some really cool vibey, ethereal bands. I mean, it's just different, you know. Yeah, not everybody. You know, Sublime, as much as they're great. I mean, I'm not talking shit, but they did spawn something that I hate. Kind of like it's just too big. Let's change it up a little bit. You know?
Are we in the process of changing it up right
It's
now?
been changed up. Yeah, it's been
What are
going
the kids
on.
listening to right now, Tim? What the fuck is going on there? I'm 43. I don't know what the hell's going on.
You know, I think these kids that started that whole beach goth movement. I mean, it's part of something that's gone, the Burger Records, but there was this vibe across the Southern California beach region, let's say, you know, the where reggae held like
firm foothold.
hold. Now you're getting these like party surf punk rock bands. So there was this whole new kind of phenomenon that was going on. And so now I just think it's diverse. You know, there's still going to be reggae bands. That's cool. I'm totally fine with it.
If there's one genre, for sure, reggae is all over the fucking place, man.
Right.
Reggae's always been all over the fucking
Yeah.
place. I mean, I
I mean, look at this. This is we live in paradise.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not an
Yeah.
island, but it's paradise.
It
I
feels
mean,
like it sometimes.
I just want more edge. You know, that doesn't provide edge and energy and angst. Reggae is just too vibey and laid back, and
a lot of weed.
you know, yeah. And I love weed.
Go ahead.
You got any?
I do. I have a lot. I have a pre-roll by the name of Emo Brown. The pre-roll available at emobrown.com. Or not really, actually. No. It's available at Grasshopper. 12 of them. $12 gets you 3 of these. This one is, it's got a little
October
bit. There
Tuesday?
you go, brother. You know,
Wow,
knock
look at that.
yourself out, man. I know there's a
Beautiful.
lighter somewhere in here. Look
Yeah,
at me.
this is
Always
fascinating.
prepared.
I never thought it was pretty fun. I had a sponsor for a little bit from Ember Valley, and I had to bring all this. I had to, mother, but I had to show my mom that. Look, mom, I'm
Look
now
at all this
sponsored. Meanwhile, you know,
Yeah, my mom's not happy with all the weed that I have around.
Yeah.
You know, and she's like, Miko, when did this happen? I said, Mom, it's always been around. I hate to tell you. And then for me, it's like, I didn't keep things from my parents. I just grew up, did my thing, and wasn't very, like, open and sharing with them. I share everything with them now, which fucking scares me because we're talking about what, like, our kids now. I have a 10, an 8, and a 5-year-old, and they're talking in a whole fucking language I don't even understand, bro.
heard that.
So it's like, fuck, when they start discovering these things, like, what am I going to do? I think in the back of my mind, I feel like I'm going to be that dad, or we're going to be those parents that would rather present that option and opportunity at home in the comfort and safety of our home, you know, regulated and say, hey, I don't want your first time drinking, smoking, anything without you knowing what your capacity is. Sure. I'd rather you do that shit here. I'm of the mentality like, here's a whole pack of cigarettes, smoke them all. Tell me if you want to smoke anymore after that, you know? So I might be able to hear, here's a fucking bottle of Bucanas and some joints. Enjoy. You ain't going nowhere. You're going to stay here. And then we're going to see what fucking happens. It might be fucking craziness, but shit, man.
I mean, the fentanyl thing just freaks me
scares
out,
me.
dude.
Yeah.
Like, dude, people die.
I've never been a cokehead. I've never done a lot of coke in my life, in all honesty.
You're a spaz enough. You
Yeah,
don't need
dude.
it.
If you throw that shit at me, fuck. Once upon a time, since we're saying secrets and shit, once upon a time, my cousin Fernando Juarez from National City, who now lives in fucking Seattle, Washington, drugged me. We were all hanging out, partying. We were about to go to Tijuas. Our favorite spot was Tangaloo. So we'd go to Tangaloo, hang out, have a good time, and we're all partying, having a good time. He snuck something in, and it turned out it was very bad. I didn't sleep for fucking 72 hours. You know, so that shit scares the fuck out of me. You know, I'm already on a sick one, like regular.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if you caffeinate me or you put, I'm bananas. My kids are of an era where they can't take those risks. You know, I know people who currently do these things but carry around test kits, and it's like for me that takes. It's like, oh well, that's shitty.
That's not like weed. Weed, you know, it's safe.
Like, I don't want to fucking have to test things in order to do things. That's kind of like, that's going too far. That's real drugs, you know?
You just turn to your buddy and go, you do some first.
Yeah, handle it, bro. Go ahead. You smoke it
Give
first.
it 30 minutes and see how you are.
All right, that's good.
Do you have old guy syndrome where you think music was better back when? Or do you genuinely like new artists?
Oh, I love new music.
Go ahead. That's your drug,
at home at work. When I'm working at home, I listen religiously to BBC6, one of the British stations, and they just play. I just love UK bands, so they play stuff I love. It's great. But I'm always trying to find new bands locally. Two of my favorite new bands, these girls, underage girls called Mouth Guard.
Yeah.
A little bit of a Rage Against the Machine vibe.
Really?
They're all really cool.
I saw them online.
Individual
Yeah,
girls.
I was like, what the fuck? These
They're
girls
really
rip.
good.
Yeah, they rip.
I'm, again, talking about British influenced bands. There's this new band. They're also from down here in South Bay. They were called Jinx. They just changed their name to Pleasure Pill.
Oof.
They're a lot like the band that Eric Costas used to manage called Lualta, kind of an Oasis vibe. They're basically Mexican kids kind of encapsulating this like Gallagher Brothers swagger from Oasis with that whole just kind of being, you know.
We're chameleons, bro.
Being a
Mexicans,
dick, you know?
paisas, as a culture, we're fucking very chameleon-like. We
Sure.
can blend into any scene. We can kind of like go in there and just make it our own. As evident with fucking.
How come the taco stands don't translate into the rest of the country like we have here in San Diego? Why do we have like there aren't even taco stands
Because
like
fucking
that
brick and
anywhere
mortar
else?
places get all upset, dude. You know, like, hey, what the hell? We had to go through all these efforts to procure a spot, to procure a license, and then you had at the brewery, you're touching on some shit right now, bro.
Right.
Always
You're
in
talking about the food trucks then?
yeah.
Okay.
In the brewery, we once upon a time, like, we didn't give a fuck. It was a Wild West on 3rd Avenue. You sold churros? Come on. Bring your churro 10 by 10 and sell them. You sold fucking elotes? Bring your cart, sell elotes. You did this, you did that. By all means, bring it on. But then the brick and mortar people got it very upset.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, understandably so.
I disagree. But go
That
ahead.
they got upset?
No,
No, I assure you they got
should,
upset.
That they should get upset.
No, well, they got upset. And they reached out and they said, it's not fair that we have to maintain this much for our brick and mortar. And then you have this mom and pop or these brothers or these kids selling the things. I loved it. I'm all about it. Like, post up, do your thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I assure you, Chef, they fucking got upset. So you think they shouldn't be upset?
No, and I mean, this literally just happened in the gas lamp. I don't know if you guys heard about this,
Shivved.
but
Some guy got
yeah, I mean,
stabbed.
The hot dog vendors.
the hot dog vendor is there. They've now even put up signs saying that these,
No
there
shakes allowed.
there can be no vendors. And, the Gas Lamp Association pretty much said that they felt that it was taking away business from them. I'm like, I want to know at what fucking point a hot dog is gonna, take money away from, I don't know, El Chingon or any of those places. Like, and I
feel you.
You know, like it just does not make sense to me. Like,
But I don't want to hear that they're coming from LA to do it. I want to find out that
Yeah.
it's like
Because
come
you
from
fucking,
TJ or
cause you
local
fucking hate
business.
LA, right, Tim Pyles?
Fuck the Dodgers.
No, that's my guy, bro. Shit.
Yeah.
But it's true. I completely.
I don't get it.
I see the brick and mortar shit. I see it, but it's like, guys, these are an amplifier to what's going on the
Yeah.
business and the rebranding of what Third
There's
Avenue
a vibe
is.
on Third.
You need
I
that
applaud you
shit.
guys for that.
How often
though.
are you down there?
Not very often. I was there recently at the Balboa for
good burgers.
the podcast company had a launch party down there. Recently, I was down and I actually went to the bars. I'd never been to the bars.
Dude, there's some killer
And
dive
what are
bars
the
down
two
here,
dive
bro.
bars like right on the
Silver
block?
Dollar?
Yeah, so
Silver
Dollar
Dollar
and the fucking docks.
The
Yes.
dogs.
When
So
I
I went
turned
to both of
21,
those.
that was my first fucking drink. My
Really?
first legal drink, because I already had the house where I live right now, is I walked over with my roommates to Doc's. We got on a fucking sick one. Came back, fought in my house, and made a hole in the wall. Thank
I
you,
do
Docs.
need to go to the Manhattan.
Thank you,
though.
Docs. Yes.
I've never been there, and I've always driven
You've
past
never
that
been to the Manhattan?
even before your friends owned it. Like just like it looks like a cool little bar. I love dive bars.
I challenge you to go to the fucking Elwood then,
And then,
Tim.
yeah, I was
Jesus
just looking that
Christ,
up. You were
bro.
talking about the Elwood.
That the Elwood is another little feather in our cap, and we basically created that spot as a dive bar.
yeah.
We want it for locals fucking only,
Yeah.
bro. We almost called it
I
loudspeaker.
mean, I love coming to Cafe La Maze down here.
That's our only
That's-
spot.
that's
That's our
like,
only
you
fucking
know,
old school steak
steakhouse.
spot. That's it.
You know, I love doing that. I'm going down to the outlet center, I think,
No,
after
you're
this.
not, man. You're not about that life.
Dude, Disneyland, they've got the store down there. There's no more Disney stores anymore.
There isn't.
And there is an outlet / Disney store down
So
there.
I got a lot of shit, Casas. I got a lot of shit because we don't take our kids to Disneyland. You know, I just
You
don't.
went viral.
Yeah, we went viral. Get it, girl. Like, I don't see a need to take my children to Disneyland because they just get in the fucking way. They kill the experience of going to
Sure.
Disneyland, bro. You don't take your wife. God bless your fucking soul, bro.
Do you know?
You go to Disneyland by yourself?
Get high as fuck on the way up there.
Yes.
But do you know that it is ridiculous? I guess I do enjoy being solitary. Like
Yeah.
I can have the best time. Like, and then when I go with people, I get anxious. I get antsy. Like, but just the freedom of just going
Doing
with
whatever
the
you
flow
want.
at Disneyland. Like, okay, I did it 10 months before COVID. It was all about the Galaxy's Edge, going to Batu.
Yes.
That was the reason.
Yes.
I never needed to pass before that. But I'm like, I can't just go do this once. Then COVID hits, right? So then I need the drugs in my vein. So I bought a pass again. I can't really fathom doing it right, buying another pass because they are expensive.
Prices
And
went
then-
down. They gave this Southern California deal
Yeah.
again, right?
Yeah, and it's $87 for.
Well, I liked having the annual pass with the parking. Like
Yeah.
it was legit, man.
Yeah.
I literally went once a week.
Yeah.
And most of those
Wow.
times were by myself.
Does your wifey know when you
She
don't
doesn't
go?
care.
No?
Oh, she could care less.
Yeah,
She
my
doesn't-
kids don't care
She
about
doesn't
it.
want to deal with the crowds or
Yeah,
the
my
whole
kids don't
thing.
care.
Wait, you've been
look
to
at-
Club 33?
Yes.
Raise your hand if you've been to Club
wow.
33, though,
So
because God damn
my
it.
buddy here is an old scooter friend of mine. Through marriage and various things, he is a member of the club.
Right.
And so I've actually never sat and had the 6-course meal dining experience,
Yeah.
but they have a lounge.
Yeah.
And that's like the cool place to hang out. And I
Yeah.
have a bunch of their tiki mugs and just had that experience
So
for sure.
cool.
So that motivates me to want to get the pass again more than anything. That is one of the most exclusive things
Yes.
almost in the world.
Well, let me drop
you
this
could do.
exclusive dick on you because I've been there no less than 3 times, Casas.
Yes.
What's up? Club 33, I've been there. I've done that. I've had the 6-course meal.
See, I haven't
I've,
done
look at
that.
you.
I haven't
I've
done that.
enjoyed the two fingers of Glenlivet neat, as a fucking gentleman would have. You know, I've been there high as fuck. I've done those things, and it's awesome. Is that place even open? Do they
Yes.
still they offer Club 33 still?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, man, that place is weird. I only went because of one of the former employers we had. They had like a nice little donation sponsorship of that place, so we would be having
Yeah.
access quarterly.
Oh,
you know?
wow.
And they would take us to celebrate, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, woo woo, shit."
Yeah,
Let's see.
You can get drunk in there.
Your favorite band?
Which one?
My friend.
Oh, look at my Tenacious D,
yeah,
bro.
that's recent. That's a good one.
Dude, Kyle Gass looks old as fuck. Holy shit, bro. Oh, that, and you know what? Of any entertainer, of any musician, of anybody, a persona, a personality, Jack Black.
Oh,
for me,
ridiculous.
it starts and it ends with Jack Black, man. He's talented as fuck when he's an
Yeah.
actor. He's talented as fuck when he's singing. He's talented as fuck on the guitar. He's just a talented
Yeah.
individual. He
Hilarious.
is an artist, bro. Oh my god. Have you ever drank bong water? That's from BJ Jesbero.
Ew.
Accidentally, I
Go
guess.
ahead.
Not on purpose.
Go ahead. That's crazy.
What would you say is your fave local band?
Oh,
I know, and I'm putting pressure. I
There's no
realize.
pressure.
I'll just say
3-piece Scandal.
3-piece Scandal. I'm gonna go with Rocket from the Crypt. I have
Fuck yes.
Rocket from the Crypt tattoo.
Do you really?
I also have my own face tattooed on
Why
my,
wouldn't you?
And
Such a
tribal.
my
Such
shoulder.
a beautiful face.
And I have a tribal tattoo, a T-star.
Did you
with
hear
the,
that,
Obey-
Bobby?
with the
Uncle
Obey
Bobby
giant.
right now in Japan having fucking whatever he's doing in Japan, hanging out with the Yakuza.
You know, when I met those guys when they were down at the Soma over by USD and became really close friends to Bobby and Carl. And, you know, I don't go down and visit the warehouse quite as much, but I go through my stuff at home. I have a lot of tribal gear.
Why wouldn't you, man?
Yeah.
They fucking get down.
Yeah.
It's a local brand. You are a local dude.
Yeah. And I'm so Chicano.
Good. I see you. I see you. Like, hey, I have cousins who you're darker than most of my cousins. Soma.
But they're a great company, yeah. Proud of them.
Indeed.
Yep.
Big ups to Theo Bobby. Theo Bobby, House of Chingazos just sponsored us. What's cracking, fool? I mean, I would love to turn this into some tribal sponsorship. Just say, look at that shit. Soma.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know South of Market is what Soma represents,
Yeah.
meaning there's 3 locations in San Diego.
Well, there was. I mean, it started downtown and it was south of Market.
Of those 3 locations that have been in existence, rank them for me.
Number 1 is downtown. I mean,
Yeah,
that first one
That was your
super
heyday.
cool.
That
And
was
the,
great.
the basement, and they had a little
Stone Temple
balcony.
Pilots
Yeah,
playing down
yeah.
there, fool. Fuck.
And being downtown when like shit was sketchy down there, it wasn't the Gaslamp Quarter like it is now.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess the current one, and then the one over by USD would be the least favorite.
The least favorite, the one by USD? Oh, that's where I cut my teeth. That was
Yeah,
the Moreno Boulevard.
yeah.
That was a side stage Soma. That was like getting invited to play main stage. It's like,
It's probably because this current one is the one that's been open since I've been in my like radio days. So maybe I've had most of my VIP experience.
there's a lot of money in that actual venue, right? There's backing. There's Live Nation involved with it. Who's involved with the backing of this
Len,
Soma?
you know, I just saw Len, and Len is very loved and hated in San Diego. For,
Len and
for
Jeremy, bro.
Various reasons. But what I heard, it was great to go to the show that I went to recently to see this band, and all the old employees were there, and I saw Len, and he explained to me how, because they have a Live Nation affiliation now. So Live Nation has first right of refusal on any show, but he made sure to be like in control and keep because he knew they'd fire his employees.
Oh, quick. That's the
So
first
he
thing they're going to do.
Figured out a way to do it and keep control of the venue and keep his people. So that was really nice to see all his people there.
That's
because
awesome.
for years it was great. I just walk in the side door, you know. Now I don't know if I got to be careful. I got to
man.
check ahead.
I was too young for the downtown one. I think
Right.
I made it once there. You
Yeah.
know, for me the heyday was fucking out at Moreno Boulevard.
I love that hallway with all the graffiti
Yeah.
and just that was a unique little look
So
spot.
when we were setting up the brewery, 3 Punk Ales, located on 3rd Avenue, 259, available for you every day of the fucking week. When we were setting the interior, the ambiance, the fucking
Yeah.
the direction of it, all I could think of was like, I need a fucking fence backdrop so I can hang merch and everything on, because that's what was on the back of Soma. Like in the back of Soma where everybody hung out, like the green room, if you will, where everybody was selling merch and doing. There was just like a big fence and
Yeah.
everybody would sell their things there. And I was like, I need to incorporate that into what we're doing at the brewery. You know, because even though we didn't make it as a fucking band, that was my 17, 16 to 25, man. That was a large era of my life. And just playing side stage shows, getting blessed every now and then with a main stage show. Oh,
Yeah.
you're opening for these guys. And we're like, oh, shit. You know, like it was just fucking awesome.
and you know what's crazy? They
Yeah.
got alcohol, or they got beer there now.
Do they really?
That beer at Soma.
Fuck, we would have to sneak in our own shit, bro.
Right,
we were getting
right.
drunk in the alleyway
Wow,
with
they're selling
GBH.
beer.
I remember
Yeah,
we opened for
GBH.
GBH one fucking time, bro. And it was, imagine a 17-year-old fucking new school little punker. We were like, what the fuck are we doing over? We loved it. We
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
loved it, but it was like, it was bananas, man. Before we jump into headlines, what advice do you have for new youngsters, 16 to 18, up-and-coming bands? What direction can you provide for them? What is the blueprint you can lay down for them?
I mean, everybody's doing shit in their bedrooms now, right? Like, you got to create a scene. You got to hang out. Like, I don't see how people get to know the community and get to know the scene if they don't participate in it, too. I mean, you can play a show, but maybe go see some other shows, you know?
Yeah.
Come to one of my shows. Come tonight to the Casbah. Bring me your music, you know? I mean, I'm a great catalyst in bringing people together. I may not get credit for. God, this is really tasty. By the
Get
way.
it, brother. Get it.
Feeling sloppy now. It is. Is it noon yet?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
Just
shit,
kidding,
it's
it
one.
is.
It's one. Fuck.
It's almost 1.
Normally, it's not.
I love bringing the people together. I think a lot of people don't get a chance to be connected together. I want to be that catalyst and be the one that brings
The master
a band
connector.
together. Find the artist for
the conduit.
whatever. Like, the conduit. Exactly.
You are the
like,
conduit, man. You've been doing it for
and
fucking
elevate
decades,
people, like
bro.
you said. How you explained it. It's like given that opportunity to be on the radio or just hear your song played, and it excites you, right?
Is that still an exciting thing for a young band to get your music played on the radio?
Well, see, is it?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I fought hard to make sure with these young bands they still realize that no, this is like a thing. Like, I'm gonna play your song on the radio. It's like people are gonna hear it. It's not just gonna. It's gonna be a thing.
It's gonna be a thing.
And I was educating kids all the time because Spotify, everybody does streaming. It's just the way it is.
I'm of the era of LimeWire where my computer got AIDS from fucking downloading all these illegal tracks. It was a crazy time when I'm there.
Sure.
Fuck, man.
But with my shows I'm producing for Laguna Beach, I put them up on demand on a site called Spreaker. And it's kind of like a podcast. You can just listen to the hour-long produced music show, and I will be your host.
What is the future of radio, man? I know you're more doing your own thing now, but what is the current future of fucking radio?
I think a prime example of why this station in Laguna Beach exists is why radio will continue to exist. It provides a service that you're going to lose when the world ends.
Go ahead.
You need
deep.
radio, but seriously, the reason that station exists in Laguna Beach is to save those people from wildfires. But when are there wildfires? They're not all the time, right?
Nope.
So you got to have programming. But what happens is if there is wildfires, that's the first place people are supposed to go, and it'll save their lives.
Yeah.
Radio saves lives.
So radio will save lives.
You know what? Before I had another fucking question, man. You know the equation, what it takes to be a big band. Is there a band that you saw in these like decades of your work with radio stations that you're like, fuck, this is a can't miss band, and obviously they missed?
It's just so different now because how do you get big anymore? I mean, recently...
Algorithms.
I'm still curious. There was a local band with a British frontman I really liked. They're called the Frets. I'm not sure exactly what happened to them, but I felt like they were one of the bands that could do that thing, get over the hump. Modern History is another one, and I'm not sure what's going on with them. They're a bunch of Ocean Beach kind of characters that's not doing reggae. But I'm not sure what's
Few and
up
far
with them.
between.
Aviator Stash is one. They're one that I would think is on the cusp of maybe trying to do something. Get on the road. Getting on the road would be a big thing.
Dude, you dropped the name of a band that I hadn't heard in over 20 some odd years. Fucking Buck Fast Super B.
Yeah.
That band, I remember we lost to those guys in a couple of Battle of the Bands shit, bro.
Sure.
And those guys ripped. Those guys were like pros and polished. What came of them?
TJ has a facility, a practice facility out in over by the stadium.
Okay.
Phaser Control, Studio 350, so they have spaces you can rent out to jam. They also have a studio in there. And then he has a brand new band. It's called Miniaturize, and he's pretty excited about that. He's got Mitch Easter as a producer on the album, who I forget his band right now. But anyway, yeah, he's still out there. Actually, he may be the guy filling in over at some show I used to host.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I'm not following certain things on social media, so I'm not bothered.
So it was not an amicable split.
For me, at
Yeah,
91X?
yeah. Fuck, that sucks,
no.
Because you were the dude, bro. You were the You were the fucking dude, man.
You're the dude.
We're the dudes.
Thank you.
let's
Let's
get
work
into-
magic in this 2023.
Whatever you need, bro. We're here. Oh, look
Tony
at that's
Hawk.
the fucking dude right there, bro.
That was just the other night.
Why is this dude going on tour with bands that are performing Tony Hawk Pro Skater fucking songs on live? I mean, I'm all about it.
So I guess they've done this only a few times as a thing, and they did it at the first Wonderfront Festival, and then they did it again for this, and it was weird. I guess there was a big skateboarding competition in Vista this weekend, and I'm assuming maybe it kind of tied into that, but. Bam Margera was supposed to show up.
Was he there?
I didn't see him.
Oh man,
I don't even know how long Tony was there, but he did sing that song.
My favorite jackass, bro. Bam Margera.
Yeah.
Fuck, I learned a lot from him. Chef, let's get into some fucking headlines. Let's get into the headlines. This is the portion of the show where we kind of go over what's going on during the week, and Chime in, do your thing.
Sure.
I don't know if you guys heard, but gaslighting is Merriam-Webster's 2022 word of the year. Do you guys know what gaslighting means?
I do not know. Is that stealing gas from my neighbor? No? Fuck, then I'm out.
You might think that the word gaslighting is a recent addition to the Gen Z vocabulary like slay, queen, and serve, but its origins go far back, further than you may think, yet it hasn't stopped the term from becoming Merriam-Webster's word of the year for 2022. Per Paper Magazine, the term dates back to the 20th century. It's said to have been coined in a 1938 play and a 1944 Oscar-nominated film called Gaslight.
Gaslight.
Which portrays a husband's plot to convince his wife that she's losing her mind by telling her that by telling her that the gaslights in her home, which dim when he's in the attic doing dastardly deeds and not fading at all.
That's bananas.
Wow.
That's great.
You weren't even paying attention.
Gaslighting. How does that cancel culture and gaslighting play a role in what you do, if anyway? Are you afraid of cancel culture and any of these things that are currently like on the tip of the tongue of people?
No.
Nah.
I mean, I'm not going to do anything controversial on the broadcast radio stuff I have. And this stuff is weird, right? Like, you can say whatever the fuck you want. You know?
Yeah, you can. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's consequences. We make sure we don't.
We push the limits sometimes.
We do push it, but we make sure. Well, here's the story.
Okay.
I have a new segment that we're just gonna fucking call "What Happened in Florida This Week," and that's just gonna be that'll just be my fucking my headlines for the week. God damn, fool! Jesus Christ, you need a straw for that. So this week in Florida, elderly Florida man cops to masturbating on flight with a 20-year-old woman. Jesus Christ.
Wait, what?
You'll hear it here. An elderly Florida man has pleaded guilty to masturbating next to a 21-year-old woman and touching her thigh during an airplane flight in April.
No.
Donald Robinson, at the ripe age of 76, copped to one count of lewd, indecent, and obscene acts in a Massachusetts federal court and will be sentenced in March. The victim recorded a 24-second video.
Stop.
Recorded, bro. On it's documented forever. 24 second for a 76-year-old. Props to my compa, dog. If you can get that shit out in fucking 20, well done. Robinson fondling himself through his pants shortly after takeoff. He had liftoff. That was just me. That's ad-libbing.
That was all you.
The woman then glanced over and after capturing the footage, observed that he had exposed himself. Shortly after the flight down in Boston, Robinson placed his hand on the woman's thigh. The startled victim asked him what he was doing. Robinson went silent and stared out of a window. Oh, damn. He went straight opossum. What are you doing? He played dead for a little bit. The woman then typed out a message on her phone and held it up for a passenger to see. Oh, wow. Hi, this man assaulted me and touched my leg and is currently masturbating, is what she wrote. Passengers got off, as did Robinson. The victim, that was also
They
me.
got off?
The victim was unable to point out Robinson to a flight attendant because he became too crowded. Holy shit. This is what's going on.
That's disgusting.
This is what's going on. This was your, era pinche laser Latino, bro. Fuck. I like, isn't laser with a Z? Or am I tripping? Make it with a Z. Okay. That's what's happening in Florida. I have a fucking, is it litany a word that I can use? I have a litany of headlines that wifey sends me.
Okay.
That's how we communicate when it revolves around, like, you know, pop culture and new shit. She sends me all these things. So I have Florida news and headlines for weeks. Just know that. That's what I got coming up.
Okay.
Anything else before we close this bad boy
I have
out?
a bunch of stuff.
Let's
But yeah,
go.
local air regulators are saying that it's impossible to meet smog deadlines without federal help. By the way, this is not just Los Angeles. Southern California air regulators have approved a sweeping plan to reduce pollution in the nation's smoggiest region within the next 2 decades, but say that they cannot meet national air quality standards.
The fuck?
I don't know if you've heard this, but they're saying that a lot of people are leaving Los Angeles because of how bad the smog has gotten. And guess where they're moving?
San Diego.
San Diego. They
That's
love our
weird.
burritos and they love our tacos.
That's weird. I heard they're leaving because they couldn't retain Trey Turner. Go ahead.
Early voting records have broken. Caesar had brought this up with Raphael Warnock, and that election, that runoff election, is happening tomorrow. So I just wanted to bring up the fact that early voting has started, and they are a record 1.85 million Georgians have already casted their votes.
Oh shit! So people are actually going out and voting
before
That's weird.
Tuesday. So
Wow.
I'm really excited to see what ends up happening.
Obviously, no Mexicans live in Georgia.
Yes, they do.
Because we don't vote until day of, like maybe a little bit after the cutoff time.
One final reminder too for Maisha, our final community engagement project for 2022 is
Oh
underway.
wait. Aisha.
I'm sorry, Aisha.
Yeah, she'll do the thing.
You're right. The Emo Brown Foundation has adopted a family in need, and we need your help to make Christmas magic happen for them. The family consists of a mother of 4 within various ages and desired wish lists. Please check the link or the QR code that's going to be put up right now. We ask that any gifts be purchased by December 9th, which is, of course, this Friday.
Oof.
Thank you again for always doing good in the hood.
I could attest to that. I have walked into the brewery this week in the last few days, actually, and over the weekend, that we have gifts that people have already purchased off of the wish list and had them delivered to the brewery.
Oh, that's awesome.
Continue to do that. We'll take care of them, and we'll make sure to provide them and hand them over to the beautiful family that will be receiving these goods.
Yeah. And lastly, of course, don't forget the Emo Brown Formal is this Saturday. Make sure to come dressed to impress.
Tell me what
formal.
that means. Yeah, what the fuck does that mean?
That means dress up. Like, I'll give you an example.
Go ahead.
Pablo Cacahuates bought a velvet smoking jacket to wear.
Pablo Cacahuates has a pompadour the size of fucking Little Rob.
Yeah,
It's
dressed
like
to impress.
3
I'm
shit
saying
dog.
it's dressed
Jesus
to impress.
Christ.
So yes, dressed up women definitely consider long dresses. You can obviously wear a short dress if you want. You can wear pants, whatever. But you get the point. And though it's emo formal, so you can come with chucks, your botas, your
coming
huaraches, your Crocs, whatever you want to wear.
I have a nice little suit, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm going to wear boots with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear a long dress
Ooh, you're
with
fancy.
chucks.
What are you going to wear, Tim Pyles? There it is.
I guess I'm gonna wear my Crocs. I heard Crocs mentioned.
Tim Pyles, any final words of wisdom? Anything you have? First off, before you get into that, thank you for coming on, man. That means a
thank
lot
you.
to me. This is full circle for me. You're going to inspire me to fucking start a band again, dog.
Let's hang out.
I'm
Let's hang
telling
out.
you, yeah.
Thanks for elevating the South Bay, your community, your culture. I mean, I'm as gringo as you can be, but
BJ would argue that he's more.
I just love this whole area of Southern California, the region, what we have here. I'm very inspired by, Latin culture, and it's just a big part of my life, which is weird. Growing up in La Jolla and just everything about it. I'm my friends in tribal, this just community. I mean, taco shops. I mean, the list is endless, and I love being a part of it and how I've been welcomed into the community by many people. It's phenomenal to me. Shout out to Carlos Paez and the B-side player crew
big
and tribal guys, Bobby, Carl, everybody that's been part of that family. And this is super cool. Like 3 Punk Ales, what you're doing down there, like this is so cool. 3rd Avenue is going to be. It's still moving, right?
It is,
it's still
man.
like
It's still
there's still
young.
rad
It's
shit
super
happening,
infant,
but it's
yeah.
there. It's like the building blocks are now there, and you're a big part of it. and
It's
so
music,
cool.
bro. It's
It
at
is.
the center of it.
But-
Honestly, it's fucking music.
But beer is what's really elevated, giving people opportunities, dream, desire. Like maybe your band didn't, become, U2 or whatever it is.
Why do you got to
but-
bring that up, Don? What the fuck? Let me tell you a little sidebar on that, and I'll tell you when I knew that our band wasn't going to be shit. We were once upon a time doing a battle of the bands, and it was at Coors Amphitheater, and it was us, 3-Piece Scandal, against a band called Switchfoot. And and it was Green Day. Green Day was opening. Yeah, Green Day
Shout
was
out to Dave
opening.
Shirley.
And then fucking Living End was playing. So it was Green Day.
yeah.
Yeah, so it was Green Day, Living End, and then I don't know if there was another band, but then there was 2 side stage bands.
That
One,
wasn't a battle of the bands. That was like X Fest.
Was it? It was like a
just
battle of the bands.
X-Fest.
For us, it was a battle of the bands, bro. Because people were voting and doing shit. dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then like we went up, we ripped, we did our thing. What happened?
To get on the site, maybe to get on the site.
Perhaps, bro. And yeah, so a bunch of things happened that led me to the fact that like we ain't shit. One, we lost horribly to Switchfoot. Obviously, they deserve everything
Right.
that came to them. They became rock stars. I sell beer for a living. I move
You're a rock
packages.
star. Don't
I
sell
fucking-
yourself
I move,
short.
I
Look
move
at that
boxes.
chain.
What's up? It's Jackson. 40%. I don't know if it's 40% off. But yeah, and I remember at that moment I was like, "Fuck, I'm 25. What am I gonna do?" It's like this is it. I gotta jump. I'm either gonna shit or get off the pot. I got off the pot. I moved on and started a family. But yeah, sometimes I think like, fuck, man, we should have gone in. So now moving forward, because of you, I'm gonna instill in my children, don't give up. You got to keep out there and fucking, if you want it, you got to do it. I'm going to create the next Los Dinos.
There we
the
go.
next
There you
fucking
go.
Selena Los Dinos, bro.
Well, I
it's
think
going to
you-
be Gus's daughter singing, and then my boys playing the fucking band.
I think you brought up a really excellent point yesterday, and this kind of ties into what you're saying. You say that you feel that you were welcomed into this community, and I think the word is gatekeeper, right? You were the gatekeeper, and you use that for good. You encouraged, promoted, lifted up all of these Latino bands from Tijuana. You continue to do that, and I think that when you are kind of that, amplifying voice for Latino voices and for Latino talent, I think that that's why you have built that community across
Fucking
the years.
Tim Pyles. Look at you.
Thank you.
Damn it, perro.
So-
I'm blushing.
The zeros.
I appreciate
But
that.
that's why,
I
like,
love San Diego. Like, we're not the music capital of the world. This is an amazing, like, the border community. People just don't realize what we have here. Like,
Good. Don't let them realize. We're okay the way we are right now. We really are. Ladies and gentlemen, the living legend, El Jefe de Jefes, Mr. Tim Pyles.